68% of the people who would ever watch that video again would not be able to see it. So that's cool. Now I know what you're thinking. Well, what happened? I thought the video was just demonetized. Why did it all of a sudden get blocked in 2 countries? I don't really know. I didn't even get a notification that it did get blocked, which is the weird thing. Like, YouTube didn't even tell me. I searched through all of my emails, and I looked on the dashboard in the creator studio, and there's nothing. The only way that I even knew to check is because Laura texted me that she couldn't find my video that morning, and a bunch of people tweeted me as well. And the weird thing was, since it was only blocked in the US and Canada, I was still getting like some views, and I could see the views coming in on the app. And so I was like, wait, is this video blocked or isn't it? So I think what happened is, even though like the robots found the video and they made it demonetized, the day that I posted it, someone from the movie studio or someone that works there must have seen it, and they were like, uh-oh, this don't make our movie look too good. And then they put a manual claim on it and set it to block in the US and Canada. Anyway, I'm sure a lot of you have heard about creators complaining about things like this before. I made a video complaining about something like this before with the Billion Surprise Toys thing. In both that case and this case, my video falls under fair use, which YouTube supposedly protects. Basically, if your video is transformative in nature and like doesn't use all of the content or is educational or parody, I don't know what the exact terms are. I just know that commentary is protected under fair use, and I know that I'm allowed to post these types of videos on YouTube because other people do it, and so I should be able to too. So I had 2 options the way I saw it. I could dispute the copyright claim, but fun fact, if you do that, YouTube just sends the dispute to the person who claimed it in the first place, meaning the movie studio, and they're like, hey, is this right? And the movie studio is probably like, yeah. And also, can I put a copyright strike on this person's channel, and if they get 3 of those, their channel gets deleted? And YouTube's like, sure, that makes sense. It's like if you were in elementary school and a kid punched you in the face and then told your teacher that you punched them in the face, and the teacher sends you to the principal's office to find out what will happen to you, and you get there and the principal is the kid that punched you in the face. But this time, instead of punching you in the face again, he expels you. I did have one other option though. My legal options. I'm sure a lot of you guys remember the video I made about Billion Surprise Toys, how they falsely copyright claimed one of my videos that was fair use, and somehow I got the video back up by just tweeting that I was reviewing my legal options, and they immediately accepted my dispute. They dropped the copyright claim. So I thought, I don't know, maybe, would that even work? There's no way that that would work twice. Like, just because Billion Surprise Toys was afraid of me reviewing my legal options, that doesn't mean that this random movie studio would. Right? Nope, the video's back up. That worked. It worked again. I don't know how. I don't know why me reviewing my legal options is like the scariest shit to companies that falsely claim my videos, but I'm mad. Like, not even 2 hours, I think, after I tweeted that I was reviewing my legal options, they released the copyright claim on my video. So, long story short, never be afraid to review your legal options. Woo! Let me tell you, that was a relief. I was really stressed about that, but now the video is back up so you can go watch it. I guess the YouTube copyright system isn't so bad after all. Fuck. So this is the second of the issues that I faced this past week. Just as I thought I was in the clear, I had a successful review of my legal options. I thought everything was hunky-dory. I received about 15 copyright claims from Warner or like 15 different people. I don't know how music labels work. I guess it's all the same label and different labels at the same time who all own this song. Basically, Warner or whoever it was were creating copyright claims on all of my videos that use the Mr. Sandman remix at the end of my video. You know, the song that I use at the end of all my videos. You know, this one. Oh, what's that? You can't hear it? Yeah, that's because I can't use it anymore. Here's the thing that really confuses me about that, is that I didn't even use the song that they say I was using. They said I used Mr. Sandman, which is a song from 1958, but I actually used a remix of that song. And I guess I don't know how copyright laws work in relation to like remixes and sampling. Maybe it's totally my fault for using it. I guess I just kind of assumed that after like weeks and months and years of using this song at the end of every video and never getting copyright claimed for it, that the song was fair game. So they basically went through and claimed like all of my videos that use that song. Well, not all of my videos, just my most popular videos. So what I did was go through all of my videos that use that song and replace that song at the end using YouTube's audio editor, which I guess is a tool that lets you replace audio in your videos with like the stock music that YouTube offers in their music library. So now at the end of all of my previous videos, instead of me talking with the Mr. Sandman music in the background, it's just going to be stock music from YouTube with me talking totally muted. So that's great. But luckily the YouTube audio editor that they make you use is ridiculously difficult to operate, so it only took like 2 full days. So in future videos going forward, I will have a new song at the end of all my videos. It's a song that I made because apparently the only person that doesn't want to copyright claim all of my videos is me. So all of these issues have really got me thinking a lot about the YouTube copyright system and like the entertainment industry's mindset towards copyright in the first place. And one thing I realized is that the YouTube copyright system seems to only ever fuck over creators and never like the companies. It seems like YouTube always gives the big movie studio or the big music label the benefit of the doubt with these copyright claims. Like the second one of them files a copyright report, it takes down your video immediately, or it demonetizes your video immediately. It doesn't check to make sure. It doesn't like send a message to you being like, hey, is this true? It just does it immediately. The only time I've ever seen it not do that is months ago when I made a video about Rebecca Zamolo. When I made that video, I got an email from YouTube that said something along the lines of, hey, Rebecca Zamolo filed a copyright claim on your video because you used clips from her video in yours. But we're pretty sure that it's fair use, so we're gonna keep it up. And when I got that email, I was like, holy shit, that's cool. YouTube actually is like acknowledging fair use. I thought it was pretty funny because it showed like Rebecca Zamolo's signature that she tried to copyright claim my video, like it was actually her that clicked on it. But now looking back on it, that's the only time that's ever happened. The only time YouTube has ever given me the benefit of the doubt is when I was going up against another creator. And all of these other instances with large corporations, YouTube just gives them the benefit of the doubt and assumes that I'm in the wrong automatically. In the end, I don't really know if it's YouTube's fault that like the copyright system is like this. It might not be YouTube's fault. Maybe this is just how like the copyright laws work and they have to have it this way, otherwise they'll get sued out the wazoo. Anyway, maybe these things will be solved and maybe they won't. And maybe I'll just have to stop using copyrighted material in all of my videos and just start roasting videos that I make. How cool would that be? But when my videos get demonetized and taken down, it makes me all that much more appreciative that you guys are so supportive in all of my other endeavors, whether that be supporting me through my merch or supporting the brands that sponsor this channel. So thank you guys for doing all those things because it really helps. But as far as fixing these copyright issues, I guess all I can really do is just wish. Hello?
Hello!
Who's there?
It is I, Jonathan Wentworth VIII.
How did you get in my house?
I'm here to help.
Help with what?
Your wish, of course.
Okay. Are you gonna say anything? Do you want to come in? I don't understand. Are you a genie?
Genie!
Whoa, okay, I'm sorry.
Do I look like a genie to you?
I'm sorry. I didn't know that that was like offensive to ask.
Have you seen the trailer for the new Aladdin?
Oh. Yeah, you're right. That looks awful.
Thank you. Now, I'm here to grant your wishes.
Cool, like a genie.
Fuck you!
Oh shit, I'm sorry.
Okay, look, I was gonna grant you 3 wishes, but you're kind of pissing me off, so you get one wish.
What?
As long as it doesn't bring anyone back to life, and it doesn't interfere with anyone's free will, I will grant you 1 wish. What'll it be?
I don't know, I'm kind of hungry. Can I just have something to eat?
I'm glad you asked. I've got just the thing. Are you tired of spending hours in the supermarket every week, only to feel like you have no idea what you're doing in the kitchen? Well, it's time to say hello to HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. HelloFresh is a fantastic way to stay healthy in 2019. HelloFresh makes it super easy. They do all the planning, shopping, and prepping for you, so you've got more time to enjoy 2019 and a healthier you. They send seasonal, easy-to-follow recipes and pre-measured ingredients to your door every single week, so you can enjoy cooking and sticking to your goals. All meals come together in just 30 minutes or less. They call for less than 2 pots and pans, and cleanup is minimal. We've been using HelloFresh for a little while now, and let me just say, I've really been enjoying the meals. The Shake It Up pork cutlets in particular were delicious. They've got different plans you can choose from, classic, veggie, family, and you can change whenever you want, depending on how your tastes change. So get out of the little rut you're in, get out of your comfort zone, and try some new delicious recipes. Their prices are great too. HelloFresh is now starting from $6.99 per serving. HelloFresh is offering 6 free meals. That's 2 free meals in each of your first 3 boxes. Head on over to HelloFresh.com and enter promo code TrulyGreg60 for a total of $60 off. Thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you guys for checking it out. I love to see you guys supporting the people that support this channel. It makes what I do here a lot easier and a lot more sustainable, and makes more people want to sponsor me in the future. So thank you for checking out HelloFresh. Okay. When do I get it? Huh? The package, when will it show up? What if I told you that it's been inside you all along? I'd say that's false and gross. It'll show up in a few days. Okay. Thanks. Well, I guess it's time for me to disappear.
Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe and turn on my notifications to join Greg. Greg is my fan base here on YouTube, but we're more than just a fan base. We're a family and an army. We are a clan of warriors ready to attack at a moment's notice. And we're the fastest growing army on the internet. Bet you want to look that up, don't you? Well, guess what? Don't please. If you want to get some merch, like this shirt or any of the other items on my merch store, go to DannyGonzalez.store. I'll see you guys next time with a really interesting video where I turn into a crab. Bye! This video is over now. Over now. Go find something else to watch, or just watch this video. I know we had a lot of fun. A lot of fun. But you can't stay on this end screen forever. No. This video is over now. Over now. So why are you still watching this? Do you not have anything else? I have lots of other videos that you can watch, and I'm sure you'll enjoy them just as much. I hope. Now I'm actually kinda concerned. Did something horrible happen to you? Did you leave the room and forget you were watching YouTube? When you come back, I bet you're gonna be pretty confused. I would be too. Hey, are you subscribed to my channel? If you're not, you should totally subscribe to my channel. Thanks. And even if you're already subscribed to my channel, you could tell a couple friends to go subscribe to my channel. Because this video is over now. Over now. Go find something else to watch, or just watch this video. I know we had a lot of fun. A lot of fun. But you can't stay on this end screen forever. No. This video is over now. Over now. I'm amazed that you're still watching this. I don't understand why. It's almost like you're trying to prove a point, but I don't know what that point is. Or you think there's gonna be something special at the end, but there's not. Hello Greg, I'm glad you're here because I think I've just uncovered a pretty devious plot. There's this clip of paparazzi talking to this TikTok star Ryan Halza, and there's something very off about it. I want you to take a look at it and tell me what you think. To the average person, this might look like your normal video of some child star lashing out at the paparazzi, right? Stealing his hat, telling him off, and rightfully so, right? I mean, leave the poor guy alone. It seems like they've been following him all day. It's only fair that he should have to pay the hat tax. The well-known Hollywood institution, the hat tax. But something about this video, when I first saw it a few months ago, did not seem right to me. For starters, the audio in this clip is super weird, right? Like, the music and the dialogue are not mixed well. There's this loud ass camera sound effect going on the entire time. And at the end of the video, it's kind of hard to tell because you can't really see Ryan super well, but it almost seems like when he says, "You follow me all day, I'm bound to mess with you sometimes," it almost kind of looks like he's actually not moving his mouth at all. I'm bound to mess with you sometimes. Which is a little suspicious, but not as suspicious as the fact that the paparazzi doesn't seem at all concerned about this disembodied voice. I don't think he's nearly as put off by it as he should be. That's terrifying. Ryan, you got any fun projects coming up?
I will not stoop to answering these foolish queries.
Whoa, hey man, how are you doing that?
This petty annoyance you call a career ends today.
What the hell, dude? I didn't know you had telepathy.
Every celebrity has telepathy.
Put me down.
No.
Hey, where's my hat? Also, I love that the paparazzi says nothing for the entire video except unspecified cursing. His immediate reaction to getting his hat playfully stolen is just to go off the fucking deep end, dude. Ha! Got your hat. Now you have to stop following me. Ah! Fuck you! Fuck you! Bitch! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! It's a joke. But by far the most damning evidence for this paparazzi video being staged is that, I don't know who Ryan Halsey is, and neither do you, and neither does anybody in the comments. Who is that? Bro, who is he? Who? Haha, paparazzi have such sad lives, man. Yeah, that would suck to get your hat stolen, I agree. So I'm gonna go out on a limb here and guess that if TikTok, which is famous for being able to find the right audience for every video, can't find the right audience for this video, that Ryan Halsey is in fact not famous. Which would make the person filming him not a paparazzi and just a stalker. Like, this is just a regular guy. You can't paparazzi a regular guy. Sir, the people want to know, what's it like to be so normal? What the fuck? Who are you? So I was confused at first, but it seemed like it was posted by like an actual paparazzi account. This account called Hollywood Paparazzi. I'd never heard of it before, but I assumed it was just like, you know, something like the Hollywood Fix. They just post paparazzi videos of influencers and stuff like that. So I clicked on it, and lo and behold, it is just hundreds upon hundreds, just pages of videos exclusively about Ryan Halsey and his brother Sammy Halsey. It seems like they do this together. Just countless videos of them getting hounded by the paparazzi over and over. And to be honest, they don't handle it very well. Here's a video of Ryan Halsey losing control on a paparazzi, acting out like a spoiled brat. Holy shit, dude, Ryan Halsey totally flipped out in that video. Someone get this spoiled brat in jail. Here's my impression of Ryan Halsey flipping out. You know, man, I don't usually side with paparazzi. I don't. I think it's a pretty big invasion of privacy, but that was too far, Ryan. That was uncalled for. Apology with tears and blood now. It seems like their videos are designed with a few specific purposes in mind. 1, they want you to think that they are famous. 2, they want you to be on their side right away. Like, they want you to see the paparazzi as like invading their privacy and them having to deal with that right away. So your immediate reaction is to comment without even knowing who they are. Like, oh, come on, leave him alone. He doesn't deserve this. And to be fair, like, I agree. You know, it doesn't make any sense for them to be followed by paparazzi. They're just normal guys. Okay, now this one is actually insane. So this one is of Ryan's brother, Sammy. It's called Sammy Halsey Runs Away from Stalking Paparazzi. Holy shit, dude, that is terrifying. No wonder it seems like they hate the paparazzi so much in every video, dude. That would be so scary. To be sprinting down the street, chased by a speeding car trying to get a photo of you, and you're just a regular guy. That would be so confusing. Also, again, the audio in this one is super weird. I love how quietly the paparazzi is asking for a picture. He's borderline murmuring in a car like 50 yards away from a guy who's full on sprinting as he's cruising at 70. What's up, man? People want to know what you're working on. I love this caption too, and the fact that it was supposedly posted by a paparazzi account. Sammy Halsey runs away from stalking paparazzi. The fact that even the paparazzi admits they were stalking him adds a whole extra creepy layer to this. Creepy paparazzi with sinister intentions chases Sammy Halsey down the street, trying to run him over. He gets off on watching him suffer. Okay, here's where their strategy kind of doesn't really make any sense to me. They're staging these videos, so they have the opportunity to be anybody in these videos. They could be the most perfect character, the most likable people. You know, they're introducing themselves to people for the first time in these videos. They have the opportunity to come across like saints, like dealing with the paparazzi with such grace, but instead half the time they're like attacking the paparazzi, all while wearing the most confusing outfit known to man. But not every video is like this. They actually do have some videos where instead of coming across as Hollywood's newest bad boys, they come across as Hollywood's newest sweethearts. Here's a video of him making the paparazzi's day by buying him a burrito.
Yeah, I got you burrito. I like when people are respectful and stuff.
Aw, that's so sweet. It's kind of like they mixed the classic paparazzi TikTok video with one of those TikToks where someone finds a stray dog and nurses it back to health. Both because he's giving it food and also because the person he's helping like isn't talking the entire time. They're just completely silent for some reason.
I like when people are respectful and stuff.
For as weird as Ryan and Sammy are in these videos, the paparazzi character is almost just as strange. They're either like loudly screaming and cursing at them uncontrollably or dead quiet.
Hey buddy, I got you a little something. I hope that's okay. You know, I get followed around a lot by paparazzi, but you're always super respectful and you don't get too close and ask really personal questions. So I just want to say thank you, really. And anyway, yeah, enjoy that. And are you okay? It's just you're not saying anything, so I just It's kind of strange. You haven't said a word. You're just smiling at me like that. It's kind of freaking me out, and you're just kind of glaring into my soul. I'm not sure if you're actually hearing anything that I'm saying. So, all right, well, I think I'll just get going. Again, enjoy the burrito. Thank you for being so professional and... Oh my God, what? Why? Jesus, every word that's coming out of your mouth is a swear. Are you okay? Are you mad at me? Whoa, dude, you can't say that. Okay, now you're just blasting copyrighted music out of your mouth. I don't know how you're doing that, but I guess I am gonna have to bleep that in this video as well so I don't get copyright claimed, so thank you. Okay, well, that's really impressive. I don't know how you're doing that. You're just making the beeping sound now.
Ryan says, here I got you a burrito for not following me all day. But the paparazzi is right outside the Taco Bell that Ryan's coming out of, so it kind of seems like he was following him. Something's not adding up here. I think this might have just been some guy. Ryan sees a guy minding his own business in the parking lot and is like, hey man, thanks for being cool. Here's a burrito. I know you probably wanted to hound me and get my picture, but you didn't. So thank you. The guy doesn't respond, and Ryan sort of like rubs his eyes like this and realizes he's talking to like the Ronald McDonald statue outside of a McDonald's. Oh shit, sorry, I thought you were someone else. It kind of seems like if this were real, the paparazzi would have had to been following him though. I feel like the real determining factor in whether Ryan is nice to a paparazzi or not is whether he's wearing a hat or not. A hat to Ryan Halza is like a red blanket to a bull. Probably not actually blankets. I don't know what they're called in a matador fight. Probably an actual word for that. Bulls, man. They hate naps. Don't ever try to tuck a bull in. I've been keeping tabs on these guys for a while just because I think it's so interesting, and I haven't seen anybody else talk about it. Some of these videos were posted back in like September of last year, but recently they've started branching out a little bit and getting more creative. For example, now they're not just doing fake paparazzi clips. They're now doing AI-generated news clips about themselves.
Justin Bieber has once again found himself in hot water after rising influencer Ryan Halsa was seen attacking paparazzi.
I'm sorry, so Justin Bieber is under fire because Ryan Halsa attacked some guy? Man, I can't with this Justin Bieber guy, dude. Will he ever learn to start taking responsibility for this guy's actions? Pop stars, man.
Witnesses say that the future musician and Instagram model became agitated when photographers began taking pictures of him.
Additionally, did he call Ryan Halsa a future musician?
Witnesses say that the future musician and Instagram model became agitated.
Witnesses said they saw the model and future musician attacking the paparazzi? That's crazy, dude. I've never seen a human being attack another human being in such a way that I knew they were gonna start making music soon. That's pretty impressive. It turns out that Ryan Halsa actually is working on music. He posted this picture on his Instagram account of him playing a piano. It says music loading, #reasons dropping 2023. I like that his fingers aren't actually pressing down on the keys. He's like, look, I said I was gonna start making music soon. For now, I'm just touching the piano. Still trying to figure out how to make this thing make sound. I've been touching it a lot, and I'm pretty close to figuring it out, I think. Reasons dropping in 2023. What if his first song drops and it's just a cover of a future song? Everyone's like, oh, that's what he meant by future musician. Okay, weird way to phrase that, I guess, but cool. Speaking of his Instagram, by the way, Ryan has 4.9 million followers on Instagram, which is crazy. Very impressive. Even more impressive is how many of those he gains at one time. He'll go some weeks where he gains 700,000 followers in 1 week, and then other weeks where he loses 300,000 followers in 1 week. It does look like people are not excited about his music, as he's been losing thousands of followers every day since he posted that. His Instagram is full of a lot of the kind of like influencer flexing you would expect from someone who is trying to look like a bigger deal than they are. But my favorite post on his Instagram has definitely got to be this one. It says, going to the top, had to check it out before I buy. You're gonna buy the Shark Week blimp? That's so cool.
According to our reliable inside sources, Justin Bieber is upset with Logan Paul because of what he said about Bieber's new talent, Ryan Halsa, and how he handles the media in general. Watch this.
Ryan Halsa, listen up. I get it. You get the hype and you think you're cool and hot shit. But to hit an innocent paparazzi in the face is next level disrespectful. And I am telling you, watch yourself, kid.
Whoa, dude. Logan Paul's shoulder sounded really serious, man. Ryan, you better watch out.
And I am telling you, watch yourself, kid.
And I am telling you, watch yourself, kid.
Oh no, dude. Robo Logan Paul is gonna come after you, Ryan. Look out. I've seen a couple comments under some of their videos that are like, guys, this is obviously not real. This is satire. It's just a joke. They're making fun of celebs, dude. Lighten up. And I would just like to go on record and say, I don't think it is, man. I think these dudes are just trying to look famous. They have been posting on this Hollywood paparazzi account for like a year, at least. I can't even scroll to the bottom of it. I'm trying to scroll right now and it's taking forever. I just feel like if it was a joke, their posts would probably be a little bit funnier and they'd be leaning into like the goofiness a little bit more. And they probably also wouldn't be spending so much money buying Instagram followers like it seems like they are, allegedly, in my opinion. And they also probably wouldn't have paid to have an article written about them by a knockoff New York Times, in my opinion. So this article is from September of last year. It's called Ryan and Sammy Halsey, America's Internet Idols and Beloved Hollywood Celebrities. This article is a really interesting read. You get a little bit of their background. You get to hear what they think about being so famous. There's also a bunch of weird phrases in here that make it sound like it was written by AI. Internet sensations, online fame, global stardom. The two brothers have seriously gained attraction and desire from fans all over the globe, racking millions of followers, watching the two skyrocket into their stardom careers. Damn, dude, I can't wait until I skyrocket into my stardom career. That's actually the career I pursued in college. I was looking for a career in stardom. Ryan is best known for his comedy skits and lip-syncing videos on camera on Instagram. On camera? On Instagram? These dudes know how to do it different. Not too different is Sammy Halsey, an American social media star with a strong fan base on Instagram. That's a funny way to describe someone's brother. Not too different is Sammy Halsey, a similar genetic code. Oh yeah, and thank you for telling me that Sammy Halsey is also an American social media star. I would have assumed that these two brothers are from different countries. Ryan and Sammy Halsey said, if you want a career and to make a living from social media, it has to be on YouTube. Wait, they both said that? If you want a career and to make a living from social media, it has to be on YouTube. I guess, actually, if Ryan was saying it, he probably wouldn't be moving his mouth. With that being said, though, I still can't shake the feeling that they could have done this so much better. Ryan, Sammy, I dig what you guys are doing, okay? I think it's fun. It's an interesting way to get your name out there, to say the least. Really, the thing that's been bothering me the most is just that I have so many suggestions for how you guys could do this better. Which is why a few days ago, I packed a suitcase full of outfit changes and headed into the city of Chicago to film a total of 8 fake paparazzi TikToks with my editor Jake, who did a great job posing as a fake paparazzi. And I used these TikToks to experiment and craft a foolproof plan for you both to use to upgrade your fake paparazzi videos and get you guys the exposure you deserve. I want to show you all of the TikToks I created and the results that I got from them, but first, I want to talk about our sponsor. Hey, Danny, the people want to know if you have any fun projects in the works. Oh, yeah. I'm saying thank you to today's sponsor, SoFi. What? And you're going to want to stick around to find out how you can have a chance to win $10,000. Okay. If you don't know, SoFi is the all-in-one finance app helping you bank, borrow, and invest so you can get your money right. My wife Laura and I are expecting our first child this October, so it's super important to us that we have all of our finances in order before that happens. Which is why I love SoFi checking and savings. I can earn up to 4.2% APY on my savings, which is 10 times the national savings rate average. If you're new to high yield savings accounts, it's basically an account that makes your money work harder for you by giving you something back in interest. Your typical savings account at your local bank earns you an average of around 0.39% in interest, which is not good. With my SoFi high yield savings accounts, my savings earn me more in just 5 weeks than they would in an entire year in a big bank savings account. When you bank with SoFi, they hook it up, dude. With SoFi checking and savings, you get paid up to 2 days early, pay no account fees, and can cash in on up to $250 when you sign up for direct deposit. SoFi is legit. As a nationally chartered bank, they are subject to strict regulatory standards, so you can be sure your money is safe. Your money is FDIC insured, plus you can access additional FDIC insurance up to $2 million on deposit through a seamless network of participating banks. They have live customer service 7 days a week, and you get access to SoFi financial planners at no additional cost. But here's the real kicker, gang. SoFi and I are giving away $10,000. To enter, sign up for a SoFi checking and savings account right now using my link. Just click my link in the description or scan this QR code that's on the screen right now. You have to use my link to sign up. It is the only way to win. Sorry for rambling, I just got a little carried away, but thank you for being a nice and respectful paparazzi. Oh, I'm not a paparazzi. You're not? No, I don't know who you are. You just came up to me and told me to start filming you. Huh. So I guess what you're saying is, thank you to SoFi for sponsoring this video? What? And thank you to you guys for checking out SoFi? No, that's not what I said. So like I said, I filmed 8 TikToks. Now, when it comes to the actual filming side, I think you guys do a pretty effective job. It's pretty clear that you've watched a lot of paparazzi videos, so you kind of know how they're generally shot. The only thing that I would maybe change is having the paparazzi guy actually talk when he's supposed to be talking. I think that would help a lot. Just like you guys with Hollywood paparazzi, I came up with my own fake paparazzi channel. I called mine Viral Vision. I thought that sounded a little bit more like a paparazzi channel that would focus on influencers as opposed to A-list celebrities. So I photoshopped a quick Viral Vision logo, and as I was editing each TikTok, I just slapped that in the corner to add a little bit more legitimacy to each TikTok. I noticed that you guys did this in a few of your TikToks also, but inexplicably, instead of using the Hollywood paparazzi logo that you guys made, you just used the Hollywood Fixes logo. Don't do that. That's too confusing. So with all the TikToks filmed and edited, it was now time to create an account. One of the biggest cracks in this whole facade that you guys have created is that this TikTok account that is somehow the self-proclaimed #1 TikTok paparazzi account only posts about you guys. That doesn't make any sense. That's so suspicious. And look, I get it. You guys are trying to portray yourselves as the biggest TikTokers in the world. But surely even you guys would have to admit that there are other TikTokers, right? You guys aren't the only TikTokers. Because if you were, then I'd understand why they're so keen to photograph you, I guess. Seeing you guys in person would be like seeing Jeremy Renner of the Jeremy Renner app. But what I could see happening, if you guys really were this famous, is a fan account of yours scouring some channel like the Hollywood Fix and finding all of the videos that you guys are in and then posting that on their account. So I created a TikTok account called Viral Vision News. I uploaded all of the TikToks to that account privately, then re-downloaded them so they would have that little TikTok watermark on them. Then I deleted that account and made a new account called Greg Gonzalez 333. And that's where I posted all of the TikTok. This method also gives you the added benefit of captioning the videos from a fan's point of view. So you can basically caption the video and tell people how you want them to feel. The paparazzi's filming Danny from a distance. Wow, they should really leave him alone. Danny is a saint for dealing with this. Danny's stealing the paparazzi's head and beating the shit out of him? He probably deserved it. Danny is such a saint for dealing with all this. Okay, so it's time to start posting the videos. The first two I posted were very normal paparazzi videos. The first one is just me being filmed from far away. And then the next one I staged to look like it was like my first ever interaction with a paparazzi.
Yo, Danny, what do you got going on right now? What are you working on? Any big projects?
What?
You got any big projects right now?
What is this? Is this paparazzi? Yeah, I just have YouTube videos. Is this real? Okay, it's just YouTube videos.
Both I feel like pretty normal paparazzi videos you would expect to see from any up-and-coming celebrity. And without even moderating the comments at all or trying to do anything to convince people this was real, they snuck under the radar and people just took them completely at face value. He looks so confused, laughing emoji. He has genuinely never looked more uncomfortable, not even in that picture of him awkwardly holding the mic at VidCon. And my favorite, who even is this guy? And then they came back later to say, sorry, that was messed up. He seems nice. I don't know what came over me. I'm so sorry. But I mean, from someone who doesn't know who you are, that's pretty much the exact reaction you would want. And on this creepy video from a distance, I had people defending me even more. This is weird. Leave him alone. I love how he makes direct eye contact with your camera and you just keep filming him. Like, what the fuck? Now, in hindsight, I think I wouldn't have made up a new paparazzi channel name. I think I should have tried to just make these look like they were originally posted on like the Hollywood Fix or something. That way, if people get suspicious and they try to go looking for the original clip, they'll find the Hollywood Fixes YouTube and TikTok channels that all have like thousands of videos each, and they'll hopefully just get overwhelmed and give up. On its own, I think this one small change could go a long way in making your paparazzi videos seem more real, especially if they're just like basic paparazzi videos like the two I just showed you. But we don't want just basic paparazzi videos, do we? We don't want you guys looking like just some random celebrities, right? No. We want to use these videos as an opportunity to endear you to the viewer. We want you guys to look like Hollywood's newest darling, the sweethearts of showbiz. So the next day, I upped the ante a little bit and I posted a video of me gifting the paparazzi a bean burrito from Taco Bell.
I got you a little something. I just wanted to say thank you for being so nice and respectful all the time. I know it's a weird job, but you're one of the good ones and you're always respectful, so thank you.
Thanks, man.
I would recommend you space your videos out more. Multiple paparazzi clips of one celebrity being posted every day would be a lot for even like Selena Gomez. I was just trying to get this video done in a timely fashion. Sweetie Angel. Bro is a better person than me. I would look them straight in the eyes while eating it. Don't know him at all, but I'll respect him for that. Now, Ryan, Sammy. Now seems like a good time to tell you guys that we are actually more similar than you probably think. You see, amongst my viewers, I too have a reputation for trying to pull little tricks. That's right, there's no judgment here. I am a little trickster too. I have posted several videos on my YouTube channel of me trying to trick my audience, and mine also never worked. So when the algorithm started picking these videos up and feeding them to my audience, I started getting a lot of comments from people skeptical about if these videos were real or not. But that is where my next trick comes in, guys. Comment moderation. The amount of comments you guys get that are like, who are these guys, and these videos are clearly staged, are definitely not helping you guys look like A-listers. But let me put you onto this TikTok feature called filter all comments. All you have to do is just turn this sucker on, and now every single comment left on your videos has to be approved by you before they can show up in your comment section. So now all you have to do is every once in a while just open up your TikTok app, scroll through the comments, approve the ones that make you look good, and delete the ones that think that they're fake. Why the fuck is this on my For You page? TikTok really thinks I give a fuck. I'm gonna delete that one. That one is very mean. Danny, have you lost your mind? Delete. Oh my god, he's so nice. Approve. So now, even though this video's been shown to 800,000 people, most of whom think this video's fake, the comment section still looks like this. I love him. Danny making it big time with paparazzi on him. What a real and genuine guy. So now people who think that the TikToks are real in the first place won't be swayed when they see comments saying that it's fake. And if someone does think that they're fake, when they go into the comment section to have their opinion validated, it won't be. The day after I posted that burrito TikTok is when I really let loose. I posted a bunch of TikToks and I got a little wilder with them. I was kind of inspired by all the lore in your guys' videos, and I wanted to see how far I could push this. So you guys inspired these very heavily, so I hope you like them. Let me know what you guys think.
Yo, Danny, are the rumors true?
Cease these games, photo boy. I tire of your questions.
Hey, Danny, I heard the channel's dying. What do you have to say about that?
Stop, dude.
You don't have any comment about the channel?
Are you just gonna follow me all day?
Bro, I'm just trying to get a comment.
I'm asking you politely to stop. Do you want here? How about this?
Whoa.
How about this? You like that? Now I took your hat.
What in tarnation? You get back here. No. You get back here, young man. You give me my hat back.
No.
YouTuber and future missing person Danny Gonzalez is under fire after video surfaces of an alleged altercation between him and a paparazzi.
Leave me the fuck alone.
Fans are divided, some saying this is probably what the guy deserved, while others like Logan Paul were a bit more critical.
Danny, I'm gonna find you and I'm gonna go Logan Paul mode on you.
Now, let us enjoy the fruits of our labor. This video of me stealing the paparazzi's cowboy hat has 1.5 million views. And let's look at the comments. Very sad. Appropriate reaction, to be honest. He looks so good in that hat. This is Danny's turf now. Yeehaw! So look at that, guys. Just a few quick changes you can make to your approach, and I think you'll be seeing dividends immediately. I do have to say, though, my biggest advice for you guys to make these seem real is to actually be famous. I do kind of have this suspicion that if you guys just used like half the time you spent making these fake paparazzi videos and just followed TikTok trends, that you would already have like 5 million followers on TikTok, and then who knows, you might not even need to fake the paparazzi videos. They might just come flocking. So yeah, good luck, heed my advice. Also, can I please be in one of your paparazzi videos? I can give you a good line for a video if you want. Here, like something like, Ryan and Sammy Halza, you guys need to stop acting like you're better than all of us other YouTubers. Just because you have more followers than us and are making more money than us doesn't make you better. So yeah, if you want to stick that in a video, I look forward to seeing it. And for everyone else watching this, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're new here and you're not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe and turn on my notifications to join Greg. On a more serious note, thank you guys for all the love on my most recent Instagram post. If you didn't see, Laura and I are expecting our first child in October. We're both so excited, and it's been really fun sharing that with you guys. So thank you for all the love. I will see you guys next time with a really interesting video. Bye-bye. What's up, Greg? It's me, Danny, back with another episode of Trust No One. Because the government's out to get ya, NASA's out to get ya, the NSA's out to get ya, and your sorry ass better believe that I'm out to get ya. Conspiracy theories seem to be like all the rage nowadays. I've seen so many YouTubers talking about conspiracy theories. I feel like because the internet has brought so many different groups of people closer together, it's very easy to find people who are also insane and believe in the same conspiracy theories as you do, and that allows these theories to grow and thrive on the internet. I don't know if you could hear that, but my guinea pigs just started screaming. I think I'm being watched. I'm sure by now a lot of you have heard about the flat earther conspiracy. Recently, I've seen flat earthers on the news and on talk shows where they stumble their way through their logic as to why they think the earth is flat and not round like everybody else on earth does.
9.8 meters per squared. Meters per second squared.
They even have conventions where they get together, I assume, to talk about their ideas and how they don't have any friends anymore, and just to take pictures and yell, "We're not crazy." We're not crazy! Oh, that's very cringy. Not good. Not good. There's some serious levels of cringe going on with a lot of these conspiracy theories. And while I was looking for those educational memes that I made a video on last week, I stumbled upon these Instagram accounts that make conspiracy theory memes. I use the term meme loosely because they're not meant to be funny. They're meant to enlighten you. Some of them might be conspiracy theories you've heard, but others just might shock you. Conspiracy theorists claim this strange object was found in a 13th century ancient Sumerian tablet. It closely resembles a Nokia made in the year 2000. However, its keys are written in cuneiform. Is this proof of time travel? Now guys, I wish I had an explanation for this, for why this stone phone looking thing exists, but I really don't. There's really no explanation for it other than time travelers exist. At some point in the future, we're going to invent time travel. Scientists and secret agents and military operatives will go back in time to the 13th century BC with all the high-tech gadgets that they have in the future. They're gonna have top-of-the-line equipment, high-tech gadgets, and a Nokia phone that they stopped making in like 2002 or something. I don't really know how to explain this other than somebody probably just made this and it's a hoax, but why would, in the future when we have the ability to time travel, why would somebody take back a Nokia phone from like 10, 15 years ago? They just went back in time to like play Snake, I guess. And now, researchers have also found this mysterious carving on a stone tablet. I didn't want to believe it either, but I mean, it's on a stone tablet, so it's gotta be real, and it's gotta be a conspiracy. This was Iraq. This is Iraq on freedom. Any questions? I don't know about you, but I don't have any questions. Except, what? This ancient Greek sculpture was made in about 100 BC, and a girl is seen holding what appears to be a modern-day laptop. Some paranormal investigators are convinced that this statue is proof of time travel. What do you think? That's a thick-ass laptop, first of all. This woman looks like royalty, and she looks like she's got like a 2004 IBM laptop. Like, if you're a time-traveling queen, don't you think you'd at least be able to afford like the new MacBook? It says some paranormal investigators are convinced that this statue is proof of time travel. I'd really like to see what a paranormal investigator does aside from just look at the picture and think, yep, that's a laptop. Yeah, that's definitely a laptop. What other investigating did you do? That's clearly a laptop. Couldn't be anything else? Not a jewelry box? Not some other kind of opening chest that they had back then? It's definitely a laptop. You can tell because that's how you hold laptops. This is how you hold a laptop. I really do like the idea, though, that this woman traveled back in time with a laptop and then hired some poor peasant girl to hold the laptop for her while she used it. A baby born in 1783 had two heads, one on top of the other, with the second head upside down so that the neck stub was up in the air. The second head had a fully functional brain and whispered random stuff to the other brain. It's not really a conspiracy theory, it's just on one of these conspiracy accounts. I just wonder what the other brain whispered. Hey little buddy, it's just me, your other head, just wanted to say hi, how's it going? Alright, this next one's even crazier. A man named Noah, who claims to be a time traveler from the year 2030, passed a lie detector test. Is he really from the future? So he says he's from the future, from the year 2030, and he passed a lie detector test? No one's ever falsely passed a lie detector test before, so I mean, there's no other explanation. It's gotta be true. Is he a time traveler, or is he just insane? There's only one way to find out for sure, as far as I'm concerned. What kind of phone does he have? Is it a Nokia? Is it a Nokia 3310? This picture was taken in the 1940s. What? Sunglasses? A fucking cardigan in the 40s? No! This can't be happening. This is too much. A cardigan? This dude looks like Ryan Reynolds or some shit in the 40s. Just in case you're not convinced that time travel is real, these images are from a video taken in 1938 of female factory workers leaving work. One woman appears to be holding a modern day smartphone. Is she a real time traveler? That's right, folks. This modern day thick ass smartphone. She's definitely not just brushing her hair or just holding like a purse like that woman is. It's definitely a modern day thick ass smartphone. Okay, I don't understand. If this was really a smartphone, would all of these like other female workers just be cool with it? Like it's 1938 and you're leaving work and you just see one woman talking on this high-tech thing, like talking into it. Yeah, so yep, I have successfully infiltrated the factory. It's 1938 and they have no idea. Why is nobody looking at her like she's insane? Because they don't have cell phones yet, so she would just look like a crazy person. Why is nobody looking at her or being like, hey, what the fuck is that thing that you have? Also, do these people know how cell phones work? Because you need a cell phone tower to use a cell phone. And to my knowledge, they didn't have those in 1938. So who is she talking to? Also, no one else has a cell phone in that period, so really, who is she talking to? Smarter children tend to become heavier drinkers as adults. Is this some kind of government conspiracy, or is this just sad? This next one is just silly. There are a number of photos online that appear to show celebrities in photographs before they were born. Take this picture of Michael Cera in 1930s Germany, for example. Are these simply doppelgangers, or are these proof of time travelers? I might believe this if I personally didn't have dozens of doppelgangers sent to me every week. Seriously, I don't know why, but there are so many people in the world that look like me living right now. Most of them are women, which is kind of concerning. But it does not at all concern me that there's someone who kind of looks like Michael Cera who was alive in the 1930s. Also, this doesn't even look like Michael Cera. The face is too round. I'm pretty sure that's a girl. It doesn't look like Michael Cera. This photo alone debunks the globe. No, it doesn't. This modern-day Swiss watch was found in a 400-year-old sealed Ming Dynasty tomb. The find baffled archaeologists. Is this proof of time travel? I like how they asked that after every single one. Is this proof of time travel? Like they're scraping the bottom of the barrel just trying to come up with anything. Okay, how about this one? Is this proof of time travel? How about this? It's a watch! Oh damn. Time travelers are showing up to the 1600s iced the fuck out with a Rolex on their wrist? God damn. Oh! There's only one explanation for this. Time travel exists. There's time travelers from the future. They have very small wrists, but they're absolutely iced out. I'm talking chains, rollie on the wrist, probably grills, the whole 9 yards. And it totally isn't just a ring. A lot of these are time travel centric, admittedly. Like this one, a woman claiming to be a time traveler showed us this picture, which she claims was taken on Mars in the year 3812, and it shows what appeared to be a city on the red planet. I'm sorry, but this is irrefutable evidence. This woman, wearing modern day clothes, with a chipped nail, is walking around modern day Earth with a picture of Mars that she printed out. She doesn't have some kind of high-tech device that she's walking around with. She printed out a picture of Mars. That's like technology that's already outdated. Nobody prints things anymore. She got it laminated even, and she's just walking around showing people the picture, being like, I'm from the future! A woman showed us this picture. So this person who has this account, it looks like they're in a park or something, was just walking around and this woman came up and was like, oh shit, there's another one. A man claiming to be a time traveler showed us this image, in which he claims was taken in the year 5000 and shows Los Angeles underwater. Okay, were these two time travelers just walking around in a park together? So this is a picture that is definitely not photoshopped of Los Angeles underwater. Could this be the evidence we needed to finally convince the world that climate change is real? The future is fucked! It sure is. Government. Check any dictionary and you will find that govern means control. And mental, means mind. Therefore, government means mind control. No! Think about it. They wouldn't call it mind control if it wasn't mind control. Conspiracy theories like these that are like the answer is hidden in plain sight just confuse me so much, because it's like, if the government was going to try to control your mind, why would they name it like, so we don't want people to know that we're controlling their minds, right? Well, how about the name mind control. Like, why would they make it so easy to figure out the puzzle? It's like those things where you see like the dollar bill and it's like, look, if you fold it this way, it's an eye. And the pyramid, if you count the number of things on all the stuff, then you get 9/11. It's like, why would they make a puzzle to figure it out? Why wouldn't they just not do that so that you can't figure it out? It's a game of Clue where they're like, we want to control your minds, but we also want to make it this fun little game where if you get it right, you win a prize. You figured it out. We're trying to control your minds. You win $1 million. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed these conspiracy theories. Hopefully, I blew your mind and made you question everything that you've ever known. If you enjoyed this video and you're not Greg, why? Why are you not Greg? Do you not know what Greg is? I will tell you what Greg is now. Greg is our family on YouTube. It's my fan base. Everybody who's subscribed with my notifications on is Greg. If you're not Greg, you're Craig, and fuck Craig. We're the fastest growing army on the internet. Do not look that up. We're actually the only army on the internet with access to time travel capabilities. So all you have to do to join Greg is subscribe and turn on my notifications. So you make sure you do that. Guys, if you want to join my Patreon or buy my merch, links to those are in the descriptions below. Thank you, Grace Motley, for turning on my notifications. You are truly Greg. I'll see you guys next time with a very interesting video where I go around kicking high school janitors in the knees. Bye. Hi everyone, my name is Danny and I'm an addict. Hi Danny. I've been addicted to making videos about Jake Paul for about 3 months now. It started out just because he started making really bad music, but it's gotten worse. He just keeps doing ridiculous shit. And I feel like I can't stop making videos about him. Wait, you're just addicted to making videos about Jake Paul? Yeah, I know. It's awful. You know that's not like a real addiction, right, dude? What? Yeah, it is. I can't stop making videos about him. I would call that an addiction. I don't understand. If he keeps making ridiculous shit, why wouldn't you keep making videos about it? Well, I don't know. Dude, this support group is for people with real addictions. If you don't have one, you shouldn't be here. Oh, really? Real addictions. What are you addicted to? Heroin. And you? Heroin. And you? Wait, what's up with that guy? He's high on heroin. Okay, so just because I'm not addicted to heroin, that means I can't come hang out with you guys? No, dude, get out of here. Yeah, dude, you gotta go. Whoa, okay. Get out of here, go! Go, leave! All right. You gotta go. You gotta get out of here. Fine. Does anyone have any heroin? Get lost! Oh, it was just a dream. Obviously, that would never happen in real life. I'm not addicted to making Jake Paul videos. I'm addicted to heroin. I know that. Oh, it's morning. Which means it's December 1st. Which means it's Christmas! And welcome back to another episode of Jake Paul Done Made Me Cringe. Today is a very holly jolly episode, as you can see, because we've got a little guy back here. He's our little Christmas guy. So yesterday, Jake Paul released an entire Christmas album that's just a bunch of Christmas songs. I haven't listened to the whole thing yet because I'm never going to. But he did post one music video for one of his songs, which is called Litmus, featuring none other than Slim Jixme. He's a famous rapper, and Jake Paul has gotten him to join forces with him on this beautiful song called Litmus. In case you haven't heard, this isn't the first time Jake Paul has gotten a big rapper to be in one of his music videos. The last music video he posted was a remix to It's Everyday Bro with Gucci Mane, or Gucci Man. How is it pronounced? Gucci Mane? And that was very odd. It was pretty awkward, honestly. It seemed like Gucci Mane really did not want to be there. That's just the vibe that I got from the whole thing. So I'm curious to see what Slim Jixme is gonna be like in this music video. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and give it a little look-see, a little watch. But before we start, I just wanted to say that Greg merch is out now. You can get it at dannygonzalez.shop. That's all the plug I'll give. Link is in the description. All right, let's watch this music video and see what we got going. The music video starts with this tiny little skit at the beginning of it. I don't know why that's become such a thing now, making little skits at the beginning of your music videos. The one that he made with Gucci Mane has a little skit at the beginning of it, and it's literally just them sitting in a car, and Jake goes, hey, we should remix It's Everyday Bro, and Gucci Mane goes, I'm down. And then the song starts. It's like, did that really add anything to the music video? Why not just make the song start? Like, yeah, obviously you're remixing it, It's Everyday Bro. That's what the song is.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Honestly, that skit is probably just to make it seem like Jake Paul didn't have to pay Gucci Mane to be in the video with him. And they're just buds, and they were just happened to be hanging out in a car. I just don't understand the trend of putting little skits at the beginning of your music videos. But anyway, so you got Jake Paul here dressed as a grandma, and he's holding this kid who looks deeply disturbed, and he's knitting, and he's telling everybody about how the Christmas didn't used to be. The lyrics so far: Christmas is lit, Christmas litmus. It's like he's trying to explain the pun that he's making. Like he's like, guys, it's lit and Christmas. Litmus. Like, dude, we get the pun. You just put lit and Christmas together. So it's litmus. You don't have to explain it. I'm just happy that we're saying Christmas in this country again. Merry Christmas. Honestly, Jake Paul, he's gotten rid of happy holidays, and he's saying, well, he's actually saying litmus, but he's really bringing back the Christmas spirit, you know? The spirit of bitches and hoes and Lamborghinis, you know? I think that's really what the Christmas spirit was missing all this time. Slim Jixamy is. He's from Ray Shrimmered. They're a popular rap group. He's doing pretty good, honestly. I don't know how Jake Paul got him in the song. I can only assume that he, paid him. He probably doesn't even know who Jake Paul is. Lucky. I will admit, he's doing a much better job of acting like he wants to be there than Gucci Mane did. In that music video, he was just like so awkwardly in the background, like just kind of looking around and dancing the entire time. Also in the thumbnail for that video, Jake Paul made Gucci Mane as small as he possibly could in the thumbnail. Like he wasn't the big rapper in it. Like why would, if you got a huge rapper like Gucci Mane in your song, why look at those dancers. I love me some good reindeer butt. And I'm sure his 12-year-old girl followers do too. They're like, oh yeah, get it. Yes. That's what's so weird about Jake Paul is I feel like there's this like huge disconnect for him where he doesn't know who his fans are. Even though every time he goes to a meet and greet, it's just like thousands of screaming little girls. But then he makes a music video like this where it's like, yeah, girls, shake that ass. It's Christmas. Let's do drugs. Woo! I don't understand who he thinks his demographic is.
My birthday next week, so get ready for the litmus too.
Hey. Oh shit, that nutcracker's going ham. God damn it. He's going nuts. I've never heard a rapper rap about having divorced parents like it was cool. Yeah, that's right, bitch. My parents are divorced. They had a really rough marriage and they couldn't make it work. I mean, I guess that's cool. Good for him, I guess. It's just weird.
Cold in my stocking, so I bought myself a whip. Like I said, my Christmas is lit.
I feel like this music video is gonna give me a seizure. What the fuck is going on? There's just like, they're just flashing lights into the lens and like everything is colorful. It's just, it's too much. I get that he wanted to go all out because that's just the Jake Paul thing, is just to do the most all the time. But it's just, I mean, a little bit of subtlety, dude, will go a long way. You don't have to dress girls up in reindeer and make them twerk for your video. It's available on iTunes and Spotify for all of you out there who want to download it. Maybe play it for your parents or something. Okay, so that's the whole song. That's the rap. Honestly, not as bad as I was expecting. It's just bizarre. The Slim Jixamy verse was like decent, and he definitely made the whole video better overall by looking like he actually wanted to be there. But I don't know, dude. Jake Paul rapping is just like, I don't think I'll ever be cool with it. Okay, guys, well, that's the end of the video. If you want to cop yourself some Greg merch, just hit the link in the description. Guys, if you don't know, Greg is our family here on YouTube. We're the fastest growing channel on YouTube. Don't look that up. If you want to join Greg, all you have to do is hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Thank you, Daniel Steven, for turning on notifications. You are truly Greg. I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
What's up, Greg? So if you recall a few months ago, I made a video about this guy. He's the Liver King, a man who eats balls and works out so hard he cries. And a little while after I made that video, I noticed that if you go to DM him on Instagram, it gives you a bunch of options of things you can send him. And I'd never seen this before on Instagram, so on a whim, I just hit the I need recipes for liver please button, which I feel like is an extremely desperate sounding message. I don't know why it has to sound so dire. And moments later, I was sent like an automated response, but then, to my surprise, I was sent a very personal response from the Liver King himself. He gave me beef liver recipes, bone marrow recipes. He thanked me for the video I made about him. He offered to send me some meat for free for me to try. But most importantly, he called me Primal Danny and said he was tribe, which means he's here for me if I need anything. I've never been so flattered in my goddamn life. This is like one of the nicest interactions I've ever had with anybody I've ever made a video about. So I got to thinking, you know, maybe I was a little hard on the guy. And to make up for it, why don't I walk a mile in his shoes?
Oh, he doesn't wear shoes? Why don't I walk a mile in his chains and try to live one whole day as the Liver King? I'm gonna do what he does, eat what he eats, and try to abide by the 9 ancestral tenets that he follows, which he says are to honor our ancestors. Also, to truly put the Liver King's lifestyle through its paces, I'm going to be periodically consulting a doctor. This is Dr. Reenal Patel. She's actually seen my video about the Liver King, and she said it was interesting.
Interesting.
And hopefully with her help, I will not die. The first tenet I had to tackle was sleep. The Liver King makes a big deal about getting a good quality sleep on his website, which is kind of ironic because he and his family all sleep on hardwood in bed. So just like any sensible caveman would do, I drove my Flintstones car to Home Depot, Cave Depot, and found myself a nice cozy bed to lay my weary caveman head. Aw, look how cozy I am there. Take me back, dude, god damn.
Yeah, this is definitely gonna be the worst part of the video, for sure.
It was not.
Thank you for shopping at the Home Depot.
The Liver King has gone to incredible lengths to make sure he's protected from radio signals while he sleeps. He's got special curtains, special paint on his walls, and even a little baggie for his phone. But being the foolish modern man that I am, I don't have any of those things. And I'm terrified. Am I gonna die tonight? So I asked him what I could do to protect myself from the invisible poison floating through my home.
Shield yourself from these dangers by turning off your Wi-Fi when you go to bed. Take your phone out of your pocket and keep it in airplane mode as much as possible. Get grounded and anchor your feet directly to the earth often.
Now, even though Dr. Patel wasn't convinced that this was a super big concern,
I think the FDA has looked at it. Multiple places across Europe have also looked at it, and they haven't found anything consistent.
I still wanted to play it safe, so while I sleep tonight, I'm gonna turn my phone to airplane mode, and I'm gonna sleep in the basement. This is pretty much as close to the earth as I can get, because I'm pretty sure it's just concrete and then dirt. And then worms and spiders. Doesn't get much more primal than that. As I set up my hard wooden bed on the cold floor, I couldn't help but think of my dog Sunday, who also sleeps on a hard surface on top of just one blanket. Does the Liver King think that our ancient ancestors were dogs? Come to think of it, I've never seen my dog use a phone much either. Anyways, that's why I put on this wacky pillowcase. After putting my phone in airplane mode and anchoring myself to the earth for a little bit, and that should be pretty much good, I crawled into my nice warm bed for the best night of sleep I've ever had. Or so I thought. Yup, that's right, you just got pranked, baby. It was not a good night's sleep. All right, good morning, everybody. You may have noticed that I am not in my basement anymore. Picture a toddler showing up in the doorway of his parents' room in the middle of the night because he just threw up. That's pretty much how I showed up at our bedroom door last night with 2 giant pieces of plywood, because honestly I didn't want to sleep in the basement anymore. All right, it was scary and lonely. Once Laura was done laughing at me, it probably took me like an hour to fall asleep, I'd say. I didn't sleep well at all. I tossed and turned all night. Maybe if I did this for weeks, eventually I would get used to it, but as of right now, the only positive that I can take away from this experience is that I have never been so excited to get out of bed. When my alarm rang and it was time for me to stop planking all night, I was absolutely stoked. So if you're someone who has trouble getting out of bed, then consider sleeping in a medieval torture device, dude. It honestly might help. Now that it was time to get up and start my very first day as a primal, I consulted this video on Liver King's morning routine.
Most frequently asked question is, how does Liver King clean his beard and his mustache? I don't. I also don't use deodorant, I don't brush my teeth, and I don't wash my hair.
So, I'm gonna be starting my day by not doing any sort of hygiene care. I'm not gonna shower, I'm not gonna shave, and I'm not gonna shit. All right, fine. I probably will shit, but I'm not gonna wipe. Since the Liver King basically doesn't have any morning routine, I decided to skip shaving today, which left me looking pretty primal, I gotta say. But enough wasting time looking at myself in the mirror. I've gotta go stand outside.
Ancestral tenet number 5, connect.
This tenet basically says that the Earth has some sort of electromagnetic charge that is really healthy for humans to absorb. And back in the day, our ancient ancestors were always walking around barefoot, so they were always charging up on that good. We were always sort of suckling from Mother Earth with our feet. But since we're all walking around with shoes nowadays, we don't do that. It says just give it a shot for 10 minutes and see how you feel. So this sounds like it's gonna suck ass in all honesty. It's about 35 degrees outside right now. There is snow on the ground. Lucky for me though, I can kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone here because there's another tenet called cold.
Comfort is not good for the organism.
That's me, I'm the organism.
This is why the sixth ancestral tenet is get cold.
Something tells me he's not talking about getting absolutely iced out with some ancient jewels and gems. Although our ancestors did do that too, dude. Look at frickin' pharaohs. All right, 10 minutes on the clock. Let's go.
I think in general, we as a society are a lot cleaner in nature, so we tend to wear shoes and things like that to prevent tracking of dirt inside the home, bacteria, etc. But in a lot of other cultures, it's very, very common to be barefoot in nature. What a lot of people believe is that when you are grounded to the earth, you are more connected with it in nature. And so that kind of tends to help your whole being. But medically, we haven't seen a 100% correlation of any sort.
All right, this part did not feel healthy.
Not exactly sure what I'm supposed to be experiencing currently, but holy shit, it is cold.
My feet were literally burning.
Holy shit, this is awful.
As I stood there, I couldn't help but think of my dog Sunday, who also stands outside barefoot in the middle of winter. But while she'll stand out there for literal hours on end, I could only make it for 4.5 minutes. Honestly, a little disappointed in myself. I thought I had a little bit more of our ancestors in me than that. Oh, now my feet are all dirty too, but I guess that's how they're supposed to be. All right, did I connect with the earth at all? Did I feel calm? I mean, honestly, I like being outside. That was nice. Especially in the wintertime, I feel like sometimes I don't get enough sun, I don't get enough vitamin D, don't get to feel the sun on my skin too often. So in that sense, I enjoyed myself. In any physical sense, it was honestly torture. And now I'm hungry.
Ancestral tenet number 2. Eat.
When I told him I was doing this video, His Highness the Liver King actually offered to send me 10 pounds of raw beef liver and bone marrow straight to my house, free of charge. Super nice of him to do that. But after I gave him my address and a week went by, I started to worry that no food was coming at all, and that I wouldn't be making a video about the Liver King, because this was all some sort of elaborate simulated hunt, and I'd just let him straight to me. But luckily the next day it showed up. So here's a little flashback of when I received it. All right, let's open this box. I'm so curious to see what this is even gonna look like. I have no concept of what 10 pounds of raw liver and bone marrow looks like. Okay. The odor is inoffensive so far. Food safe packaging does not really seem to go with like the Liver King's lifestyle. I thought he might be sending me this stuff and it would just come in some sort of like ancient garment that's been like passed down from generation to generation. So I am pleasantly surprised that it at least appears to be packaged in some sort of responsible way. Beef bone marrow. Oh no, dude. What? It's the liver! Ew! Oh, Jesus. As I looked over my mountain of beef liver, I couldn't help but think of my dog Sunday, who also eats beef liver every day. You guys are probably wondering whether eating raw beef liver is good for you or not, because that's what I was wondering. Am I gonna die?
The liver in general has a really high amount of vitamin A. It literally has the amount that you need for a total day. If you are taking medications, you may not be able to really eat that much vitamin A in your diet. The other good thing about it is it has iron. So iron is great for those people that are iron deficient, but most people that are iron deficient are also vegetarians and vegans. I don't think many of those people are really going to be eating those foods. It's very high in cholesterol. You have higher risk of like bacterial infections. So you can get E. coli, you can get salmonella that way. So that's really the main concern, is more of like a bacterial infection side of it.
Right. I was actually pretty surprised that there are some health benefits to eating raw liver, and it's not purely a ridiculously bad idea. It seemed like the only thing I really had to worry about was getting some kind of bacterial infection. But I mean, come on, that didn't really seem like a big issue. I mean, as long as everything was like properly refrigerated. I just finished putting away the all of the beef liver and stuff, and I noticed that the little bag that I took out of the box at the very start was a bag that says ice on it. Like it's supposed to have ice in it to keep everything cold, and it's empty. There was never any ice in the box. I feel like stuff like this you're supposed to send with dry ice, right? Should I be concerned there was no ice in the box? Yeah, so I actually was pretty worried going into this, but you know what? I had a feeling that the Liver King wouldn't let the prospect of a little bacteria scare him away from a good meal, and oh boy did this meal look good, dude.
Okay, yep, smells like raw meat, so that's good.
This meal looked like a feast fit for a king. Too bad it was the Liver King and not like a real king.
Okay, I think I got all of it out. And if you're wondering what it smells like, honestly, it kind of just smells like raw meat. Like, if you can picture what, like, beef tastes like before you cook it. I mean, not tastes like. You guys can all picture what beef tastes like before you cook it, right? You guys are all monsters.
The feeling of the beef liver in my hands while I was cutting it up was like nothing I've ever felt before. I don't know if you've ever seen, like, videos of scientists handling that, like, aerogel material that's supposed to be, like, the lightest material known to man. That's what beef liver felt like. It felt like if I, like, inhaled too hard while I was cutting it up, a chunk of it would just, like, fly down my throat.
Sorry if you're watching, Liver King. I am washing my hands. I don't know if that's allowed. I don't want to be sticky for the rest of the day. I don't know if that's allowed.
He DMs me, you forgot about the last tenet, dude. Stickiness. Our ancient ancestors were covered in grime and sticky juices.
This particular recipe that the Liver King sent me is a dessert recipe.
Oh, fuck. Now I gotta clean my counters.
I guess he's trying to ease me in with something sweet for my first time, which I very much appreciate. Basically, all I had to do was mix together some maple syrup.
Oh no, dude, that's like nothing.
Olive oil and salt, and I was ready to go.
In his description, he had like a brand of salt to get. He said 4 grams of Redmond sea salt. Didn't really understand why he wanted me to go get a specific brand of sea salt. I was like, does this guy have some sort of like tie-in with Redmond? But the bag does say ancient kosher sea salt, so I'm guessing that's why. He probably saw it says ancient on there and he was like, oh, okay. Now I gotta eat it. I don't want to do this at all. I didn't eat anything today. The foolish part of me thought that I was gonna be able to eat enough of this for it to be a meal. And we're going to the gym right after this, so it's honestly pretty important that I do eat a decent amount of this so that I don't like faint. But also not so much of this that I also faint.
Ancestral tenet number 8. Fight. I believe for us to really thrive.
Oh. Oh. I mean, it kind of tastes like a really, really rare steak, which I guess makes sense. Like, picture the flavor of like the reddest, pinkest part of a steak, and that's kind of what it tastes like, but it's also cold. Like, my body told me that was wrong. The second it entered my mouth, my body was like, get out of there. Nope, but I'll try it again. And the odds of me throwing up this time are way higher.
I had 2 more bites of beef liver before giving up completely. Oh, maybe I was giving up because the beef liver was so gross, or maybe I was just so excited to get to the bone marrow.
For bone marrow, I scoop it right out of the femur and put it right into my chops, meaning his mouth. It's rich, creamy, and delicious. Oh my God. It just tastes like blood. It just tastes like blood. What the fuck? Rich, creamy, and delicious. Just like you just hunted a man down and slit his throat. Oh, fuck, dude. It just tastes like blood. It's just blood. No more. I'm done with that. It's like coated my mouth. It's like on the roof of my mouth, it's in my teeth. I don't think I'll ever be the same. I think it's gonna be in my mouth forever, especially since I'm not allowed to brush my teeth.
Ancestral tenet number 3. Move. What you do with your body is just as important as what you put into it. By maintaining a healthy level of movement, one develops a healthy approach to consumption where instincts become far more identifiable and beneficial.
Just like the Liver King would, when I arrived at the gym, I covered myself in as many weights as I could find and hobbled to the door.
I did that shit without even crying.
So like I said, he sent me his own personal workout, and I thought this was gonna be some like absolutely crazy shit. I thought I was gonna be doing like spear throwing, primal sprinting, weighted screaming, but the workout was honestly super tame. It was just like bench press, dumbbell press, kettlebell press. It was a lot of pressing. The owner of the gym, Nancy, she was super nice. She helped me a lot with my form.
I can't get it up there. Maybe I need to go later.
She also mentioned that the Liver King's workout didn't make any sense because it was kind of just the same exercise over and over in different ways, which definitely made me feel better because that shit was pretty hard.
Yeah, I definitely feel that in my back, man. No wonder this dude's got an insane back. He probably does it with even more weight, honestly. That's crazy.
I absolutely smashed the rest of the workout and finished it off with a hand-over-hand sled pull.
So I think what's gonna happen is I'm gonna stand on here and she's gonna pull me, and that's the workout.
All right, my day is winding down now. It is currently 5 p.m., which I guess is not usually when I start to wind my day down, but it feels about, it feels right. It feels like I need to wind my day down now. I chose to spend the last part of my day just kind of sitting here because that's what the Liver King says he does a lot of times. If you remember in his house tour video, he says there's like a quiet hallway in his house where nobody can see him and he just sits and reflects on his day. It's kind of nice, honestly. I don't really feel like I spend a lot of time just like sitting alone with my thoughts and thinking. Overall, I gotta say I'm coming away from this with a bit of a different perspective on the Liver King. I kind of just thought he was a total goofball when I made the video about him, but I can understand now where he's coming from with a lot of this health stuff, especially after talking to Dr. Patel. Turns out beef liver actually is healthy.
Will I ever eat it again? No. But I'm so tired right now. I'm really quite sleepy. I did not sleep well last night, so I think right now what I really want to do is go to sleep. So I'll probably end the video right here. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna go to sleep. I am really excited to go to sleep. Wait, stop. Before the video ends, there's something I have to tell you. The internet might not be as safe as we thought. Yeah, that's right, guys. Maybe the Liver King was right after all, and we do need to be more careful about how we use the internet. But not in the way the Liver King might think. Because did you know that big corporations can see and sell like pretty much everything you do online? I'm talking your internet service provider, advertisers. There's one company that controls like 90% of internet searches. They might control your email, they might manufacture your phone, and they might even own the video streaming service that you are using right now. And that is why I use today's sponsor, ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN masks your IP address and replaces it with one of their own, making it way more difficult for corporations to trace your activity back to you. I have ExpressVPN on every device that I can have it on. I've got it on my laptop and I've got it on my phone. And I really appreciate the fact that it doesn't slow my internet down. I don't ever notice like a significant decrease in speed when I'm using ExpressVPN. And if you want to find out how you can get 3 months for free, then head on over to expressvpn.com/Danny Gonzalez. That's expressvpn.com/Danny Gonzalez. Thank you to ExpressVPN for sponsoring this video. They've been a long-time sponsor of the channel, and I appreciate them very much. And thank you to you guys for checking out ExpressVPN. What's up, Greg? I hope you're having a great day. Welcome back to another episode of The Great Dan Boney. I am great, and I am Dan. So since it's October, it's getting to be Halloween time, I thought it would be fun if we do another spooky movie review. And to be honest, this movie, Spooky House, is the spookiest movie that I've seen in a while. It's got a spooky house, it's got a spooky guy, and it has an absolutely insane plot twist at the end. I did not see this coming, and you will not either, I guarantee it. Or maybe you will. Now that I've said that there's a plot twist, you might see it coming, but I didn't see it coming. This movie came out in 2002. It has Ben Kingsley in it, so you can expect some good shit coming out of this movie. So without further ado, let's go ahead and check out Spooky House. So the movie starts off with this magic show put on by the Great Zamboni. Apparently he's like this famous magician. He's having one of his shows filmed, so he's doing it just in front of a camera crew. He's doing some absolutely insane magic tricks. This is the very first trick that he does.
Be prepared to have your illusions shattered.
Yeah. The very first trick he does is the most insane magic trick I've ever seen. Holy shit. Imagine seeing this, going to a show and seeing your favorite magician, and the very first trick they do is just explode. You're like, wow, that's really impressive. Is he dead? Did this motherfucker just die at the beginning of the show? I paid $200 for this ticket. But now he's good. All the king's horses and all the king's men put the Great Zamboni together again, and he's fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, my partner on stage and in life, Dawn Star.
Okay, and this is important to set up the movie. He's doing this trick where he introduces his wife, whose name is Dawn Star. He's doing this trick that's also sort of a story. So he's telling the story about like these evil spirits who want to take Dawn Star and how he won't let them. And he puts her into this star and raises the star up into the air.
Looked upon the star and blew with all his might.
And then all of a sudden the star just blows up. Like, he looks concerned like that wasn't supposed to happen. He might have just blown up his wife. And then he goes to finish the trick where he's supposed to open this globe and she's supposed to be in there, and she's not. And then he looks even more concerned. So whatever worries he had before are even worse now that she wasn't in the globe. That's the whole first scene. His wife blows up and then she's not where she's supposed to be. Right off the bat, I am left very confused by the first scene. But one thing is for sure, his wife actually is gone. No one knows where his wife is. Then in one of the weirdest tonal shifts, I think in any movie I've ever seen, it cuts from him blowing up his wife to just him walking down the street 11 and a half years later with a Jaguar. Just not a care in the world, just walking around outside with a Jaguar in public. People are like jumping out of the way, they're all scared. They're like, holy shit, it's a panther, right? Is that even legal to do? Can you just walk around with a jungle cat? Seems like that shouldn't be legal, but there he goes. Just with this nice, delicate gold chain walking around his murder animal after he killed his wife. So I guess, hey, you know, They have a lot in common.
If you're watching closely, you'll see someone ghostly. A spooky kind of guy.
And I think one of my favorite parts about this movie is that during this scene, they're playing a theme song for the movie. This movie has a theme song.
He's a little creepy, always acting freaky. Everybody wonders why.
So you know this movie's about to be fucking awesome, right? He's a little creepy, might have blown his wife up. He's a creepy kind of guy. Also, I don't know if anyone can relate to this, but the tune of this song reminds me of that Vine that's like, if your name is Junior and you're really handsome, come on, raise your hand. Does anybody else get that reference? So the Great Zamboni is one of the main characters of this movie, but the actual main character is this kid, Max. He's the littlest one in this group of friends that the movie follows. And while all of Max's friends seem to have like loving families, Max is a little bit different because he's an orphan. And apparently the day after Halloween, November 1st, the DCFS or whoever is going to come take him away and put him in an orphanage. And to be honest, he is a little bit of a downer about the whole thing. Like, he's kind of putting a damper on everything.
Hey, Mom. Prescott, Yuri, and I want to go to the clubhouse. So can you watch Max and Zoe?
I'm going to go to the clubhouse. Us too. And besides, Princess is there and I have to feed her. I want to go too, because they're taking me away soon.
Damn, Max, I get it. You're gonna get taken away soon. You don't have to make everyone else sad, too. The movie never explains this. I don't know where he's living right now. They never say what he's doing now. I don't know if he's just, like, living on the streets and DCFS is coming soon to take him away. I feel like if that were the case, they would maybe try to expedite that a little bit quicker. I don't think they'd just be like, he can fend for himself for a few months. He'll be fine. But maybe that is the case. I don't know. I've never been an orphan, so. Fuck yeah. Okay, these are the villains of the movie, basically. They're like the bullies in town. They're always bullying the main group of kids. And they're also thieves. They work for this, like, mysterious woman who just hires, I guess, like, high schoolers to be thieves for her. So in this scene, they've just stumbled upon this van, which is parked outside of the Great Zamboni's house, who's the magician from earlier. And they're gonna steal the coffin that's inside of the van.
There's a dead guy in here. Well, it don't look used. Boss probably get big bucks for this. Okay, does anyone have a match?
So they steal the coffin and then light the whole van on fire. Doesn't that seem a little bit drastic? Imagine if robbers did that in real life. Like every time a robber broke into a house and stole like a TV or something, they just lit the whole ass house on fire. Doesn't that kind of draw more attention to the crime scene? You get mugged, the person steals your wallet and then lights you on fire. That's how it goes. That's how robberies work. You gotta destroy the evidence by lighting the evidence on fire for everyone to see. Then the Great Zamboni comes home to see that his van has been burnt to a crisp. There's like no police or firemen anywhere to be found. Did no one call the fire department for this guy? I'm so confused. Like this tree and the whole van are burnt to a crisp. No, like no one cares. Cause there's like a neighbor's house right here behind him. They definitely saw the whole ass van get lit on fire and were probably just like, fuck that guy. He killed his wife. He blew her up right on TV. I'm gonna let his van burn. I also like that the Great Zamboni like doesn't even seem surprised that this happened. He just kind of walks up to it and is like, figures. And then just walks inside. Sooner or later, someone was bound to come and light my car on fire. Is what I get, I guess, for killing my wife.
Hey, Maxie boy. Look what I got for you. You can have it. Come on, Max. Pouting isn't going to make you feel any better. Go away.
So the movie kind of just sets up that everyone's kind of sad. Max is sad because he's lonely and he's gonna get sent to an orphanage. He doesn't have parents. And the Great Zamboni is sad because someone just lit his van on fire. Also, one thing that's weird about this movie is that the kids seem to own a houseboat. There's lots of scenes where they're just like hanging out in this colorful kid zone that's just a houseboat. It's just docked at a pier. And this is just like the clubhouse where they hang out. So I don't know how this group of kids got together, one of whom is an orphan, got together and like bought property. But I mean, shit, props to them for doing that. That's pretty tight. And if I was a kid and I saw this movie, I would be extremely jealous of this clubhouse. Oh, they also have a pet goat. One of the girls in the group of kids has a pet goat and her name is Princess. The movie starts to pick up when Max and his friends are walking the goat one day and the bullies come and steal their goat. And then the goat kind of gets away and runs off, and the kids have to go find it. And eventually they do find it, but right as it's running into the spooky house, it jumps through the window of the basement of the Great Zamboni's house.
Oh no! Princess is going into the spooky house!
I guess it's sort of seen as like the town haunted house. It's like this creepy house where this mysterious man who may or may not have killed his wife lives. So there's a spooky factor there, and everybody calls it the spooky house. And all the kids in the group seem to very much not want to go into the spooky house, except for Max.
No, Max, wait. Max, don't go in there. The spooky guy might get you.
He's be feeding little kids to his lion. I know all that stuff.
So why do you want to go in there, Max?
Because I had nothing to live for anyway.
Holy shit, Max. Dude, chill out with the sad shit. Damn, dude. Way to bring down the mood. We were all just vibing, looking for this goat. You really gotta bring it down. This poor kid. So anyway, he decides to go into the house, and then everyone decides to follow him. Because if he's going in, they might as well all go too. Uh-oh. What's he doing up there? He's just like watching them go into his basement, just kind of vibing, casually watching kids break and enter into his house. Huh, that's interesting. I would call the police, but they won't come because they hate me.
Oh my God!
It sounds like they're jumping to their death in there. They're like, ah! And then there's like crashing noises. Maybe his basement is like really far down, and so they're all just kind of jumping and like breaking their legs, so he's just standing there watching them like, hell yeah, dude. I love watching kids just break their fucking legs in my basement. What was that sound? I think that kid shit his pants. That's such a gross sound effect. One thing about this movie is that it has really gross sound effects at times. I'll point them out as they come up, as if you wouldn't already know that they're gross. But this movie's got some nasty stuff.
Go find a light.
Okay, wow. That's the brightest laptop in the world. Look at how it's emitting light. It's in like a straight beam, like a spotlight. If a laptop was as bright as a flashlight, then wouldn't looking at it feel like staring into a flashlight? Why would a laptop ever be that bright? Especially one in 2002 when this movie came out. They got that new retina display, the type of display that burns your retinas. Okay, so they're in the house and they're looking for the goat. Somehow they end up upstairs. They had to walk upstairs and then open a door to get upstairs. So I don't know how the goat could possibly be up there. Spoiler alert, it is somehow. So now they're walking around the spooky house. Weird stuff is going on, like this creepy cuckoo clock. I don't know why a cuckoo clock with a bird that comes out of it is making a noise like a dying pig. I don't know what that noise is. One thing's for sure though, it is nasty. Then we see that the Great Zamboni is like walking around the house behind the walls and like peering in at the kids as all this creepy shit happens to them. Like he's loving the fact that these kids are like getting horrified in his house. Like there's one part where Max gets his head stuck in this like spider thing. He's stuck in there and then he scares the other kid. Then that kid runs away and gets stuck inside the couch. Then lightning strikes and this girl's butt gets stuck in this bucket. And they like sped up the footage here and it's like pretty creepy looking. Just the way she's flailing around in this bucket, dude, it's so creepy. His little eyes are just peeping through paintings and stuff. He's just kind of watching them. Like, oh yeah, these kids are so fucking scared. I got these kids so scared. Yeah. So they find the goat. They're still walking around his house though, and they stumble across this like crypt, this like tomb thing, and the Great Zamboni comes out of it. And now he's trying to scare them with lightning. He's trying to electrocute the kids. I don't understand what this Great Zamboni dude is doing at all. This whole scene, I don't understand what his motives are. He's like watching the kids get scared, and then all of a sudden apparently he's like, oh yeah, watching these kids get scared is so fun. Anyway, I'm gonna go to sleep now. And then he goes back and goes to sleep in this weird crypt thing. Does he want the kids in his house? Does he like watching them get scared? I don't know. Ooh. Huh? What? It's a fake mustache? This dude is weird, man. That's the thing I like about this movie, is that there's so many different twists and turns that you're not expecting. You weren't expecting him to start trying to electrocute the kids. You weren't expecting his mustache to be fake. What else is gonna happen? He closes his crypt, but then Max opens it back up and sees that the crypt is actually not like a real crypt. It's just a hole that has stairs that leads down into a different area. So Max goes down there and finds the Great Zamboni just like chilling down there.
You're not to tell anyone about this room or me. The magician never reveals his tricks or himself. Now go.
This place is wasted. This is a great place for a kid to live. All the cool costumes and really great toys.
So that part's weird. After Max and his friends were basically like traumatized in this house of horrors, Max is like, I think I want to live here. This would be a great place for a kid to live. If only you knew like an orphan or anything that needs a house. Isn't this house horrifying? He like switches to wanting to live there so fast. The next day, the kids do some research about the Great Zamboni. They find some articles that make it look like people really do think that he killed his wife. So this article says, magician's wife vanishes mid-air. Alexander York, the Great Zamboni, a renowned magician and master illusionist, has been arrested for the disappearance of his wife, Dawn Starr. So he was at the very least arrested. Magician swears he loved his wife. Oh, spectacular trial ends in hung jury. I like that the headline is, magician swears he loved his wife. Like that is the only evidence they need. Your Honor, I love my wife. And the jurors are like, well, that's it. I mean, it doesn't matter that all the evidence points to him killing his wife, right? Because he says he loved her, so he's innocent. Your Honor, we find the defendant innocent. The only thing this man is guilty of is loving his wife.
Why? Could you show me a magic trick?
Nope.
Why? Are you scared real magic might happen?
There's no such thing as real magic.
What about your wife then?
She ran away.
She ran away. Okay, we can watch back the video of the star blowing up. I didn't see her like running away from the explosion as it was happening. She didn't run away. You could maybe say that she disappeared if you want to say some like real magic shit happened, but she didn't run away. Anyway, as you might have guessed what happened in this movie, since this kid is an orphan, a little bit of a bond starts to form between this kid and the Great Zamboni. He cuts his finger here. Great Zamboni goes to get him a band-aid. There's the world's longest scene of a kid putting out a band-aid that I've ever seen. And I don't really know how I feel about Max forming a relationship with this dude. Well, for one, he might have killed his wife, but let's put that aside for a second, because he did love his wife. But he also, like, spent a whole night causing, or at the very least, allowing these kids to be spooked heavily in his house. Max, dog, I don't really know if this is the right fit. I think that maybe an orphanage would be better than this dude.
Maybe he's home, but he won't answer the door. Oh no, the jaguar's tail is stuck in the couch and it's really hurting her.
Then there's this scene where they go to visit the Great Zamboni and he's not home, and they look in the window and his pet jaguar's tail is stuck in the couch. This is like a big plot point for some reason. We have to save his terrifying jaguar from the couch. And the jaguar's like roaring in agony as its tail is just ever so delicately placed under the couch cushion.
I'll help you.
Anyway, Max saves the jaguar, but then he gets stuck in the couch. Then there's this part where the Great Zamboni comes home and lays down on the couch and immediately falls asleep. Because the second he lays down, Max starts like pounding on the couch being like, I have to pee, help, let me out. Which he also says like 1,000 times. But the Great Zamboni is just already asleep. He lays down and it's just immediately like, which I guess is kind of what happened the first time they were at his house too. He was like watching the kids and then he was like, oh, I'm going to bed, and gets in his crypt and just goes to sleep.
Gonna wind up in a reform school, not an orphanage, if you keep breaking into my house.
But Shadow's tail was stuck in this couch.
Shadow is in the hallway and she looks fine to me. Would you go, all of you? Would you just go? I don't want to see any of you near my house!
Yeah, this dude's got issues, man. I feel like the logical conclusion of this movie is that Max is gonna get adopted by this dude. And if that happens, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to support it. This dude is acting like a psychopath.
I don't want to see any of you near my house! Any of you near my house! Go!
Shit. shit. I don't know about you guys, but it seems like daddy material to me. So the nerdy girl of the group who owns the world's brightest laptop decides to do a little bit more research on the Great Zamboni. She finds this clip where he says something, but the microphones don't pick it up because he says it really quietly just to his wife. And so she does that thing that movies do where she just presses the enhance button to figure out what he says. And oh boy, what he says is a doozy.
I hate children. I hate children. I hate children. I hate children. I hate children.
Huh? Okay, so this is like this critical moment. It's like in the middle of when he's recording a performance of his magic show. He's got his wife, he's about to do a trick, and you're telling me he just mumbles,
I hate children.
and then just like continues on with the trick? What a weird thing to do. Why is this guy so weird? Like in the middle of a performance, he's just like, by the way, I hate kids. Anyway, my wife is gonna explode now. I don't know. I don't understand this part at all. But this whole thing does make Max very sad. I don't really know why. I guess in his eyes, they were like bonding and he saw maybe a potential new home so he wouldn't have to go to the orphanage. Literally in the previous scene, he was just screaming at them, telling him to get out of his house. Go! I don't know what he thought they had or like where he got the impression that he liked kids, but I think it's been pretty clear the whole time that he fucking hates kids. Yeah, Max seems pretty worked up about this. He's just like longingly staring out the window now.
I don't want to see any of you near my house!
There actually is an almost sweet moment with Max and the Zamboni man. Max gets beat up by the bullies and he goes to the Great Zamboni because he's got no one else to go to, and the Great Zamboni kind of cleans him up, and this is where we start to see a little bit of a softer side of the Great Zamboni. That is, at least until he starts to give Max advice about going to the orphanage.
That's why I want you to teach me some magic tricks.
You'd be better off if I taught you a good right cross.
Okay, dude, chill. Magic tricks to impress people and make friends? Yeah, you'd be better off if I taught you how to beat the shit out of people instead. That's how you make friends. With a good right cross.
Well, I never knew my mother, so I'm not as lucky as you. There was nobody there to tell me not to fight. Because all the other kids always picked on me, I got into a lot of fights. I had a great right cross.
Why is this dude obsessed with great right crosses? We get it, dude. You know about the great right cross.
Old Dawn Star wanted to do was to have
a great right cross.
People used to tell me I'd make a good father. But she was the only one woman I ever wanted as a wife. What I said to her that night was the cruelest thing I could ever say.
He's admitting that he did say, I hate children, right before she ran away, and that was the last thing he ever said to her. That really did happen. That is so weird. This is like one of the most bizarre characters in the world. I don't understand his motives at any point in time. Do I understand what this character is thinking or doing?
You got the good thing that I want.
Oh yeah, it's Halloween now, baby. So on Halloween night, the bullies are working for their boss, this lady. They're getting orders for like what to steal on Halloween. Right before Halloween, the bullies steal the goat again, and they also steal this magic wand from Max. So on Halloween night, while the bullies are meeting with the boss, the kids go to steal back the goat and the magic wand, which they do. But then the bullies start chasing them, and they chase them all the way to the Great Zamboni's house, where we're gonna get yet another crazy scene of people running through the Great Zamboni's house.
Aren't you supposed to say trick or treat?
And now all of a sudden, Mr. Zamboni is like this kid-friendly, happy-go-lucky dude who's like making jokes with the kids, making dad jokes. You're gonna bust into my house, aren't you supposed to say trick or treat? Say it now or you'll get a good right cross. So the bullies enter the house, and the kids, with the help of the Great Zamboni, proceed to pull a bunch of like spooky pranks on the bullies, you know, to teach them a good lesson. So there's one where this kid leads them into a dark room and then dances for them. He puts on a glow-in-the-dark skeleton costume and has like a whole spooky dance routine that for some reason is scary to them. Then this girl goes and hides in a pumpkin, and the bullies are like, wait. Instead of just opening the pumpkin and pulling the girl out, let's all stab the pumpkin. They're like, I think we've been thieves long enough, actually. I think it's about time that we graduate from stealing goats to, fuck it, murdering kids. Let's do it. Let's stab this girl 15 times. So they do. But because the whole house is magic or whatever, everything is like a prop thing, she's not in there, obviously. Imagine if it was. Holy shit, that would be dark. While all this is going on, also, Max and the Great Zamboni have another moment moment where Max is like, you should let me live in your house.
It's a nice comfy bed. Cool ceiling too, I like it. It's a great room for a kid to have.
I don't know, man. It just gives me the creeps. I do not like the Zamboni character. I gotta be honest. He's just weird. Then the bullies get spooked some more. There's this like wall closing in on them gag, and then they have to go down this slide. This sliding scene is like 40 seconds long. It's like way too long of them sliding. They play like a whole ass song while they're sliding. The slide finally leads them to one last little show where the Great Zamboni is pretending to saw one of the kids in half.
For all these victims delivering themselves into my hands.
What was that? What is that? Did they just repeat the same clip 3 times? What is he even saying? Is he saying, can't believe this now, now, now? Can't believe this now, now, now? Why did they do that? Why did they pick that shot and repeat it 3 times? That's so weird. And then the last thing they do is the bullies run into this room that's like this hypnotism torture chamber. It's like this swirly thing on the wall, and the Great Zamboni turns on the room and they just start spinning around and going insane. That's kind of fucked up. It kind of seems like they're really going insane in there. Why does the Great Zamboni even have this room in his house? Is there a practical use of this room aside from torturing people? Okay, so that all gets solved, and now we're at the end of the movie, the resolution, where everything's gonna be made right. The Great Zamboni decides to come back to the world of magic after being gone for so long. I kind of figured that he was gone because no one wanted to come see him anymore because they all thought he killed his wife, so I don't know why that has changed, but he decides that he wants to do magic again. For some reason, people now want to come see him again. So he does this trick where he says he needs a volunteer. He picks Max out of the crowd as a volunteer, which is kind of sweet. And then he does this trick where Max gets in one of these rockets, and his Jaguar gets in the other rocket, and then they spin around a bunch, and then Max actually comes out of the other rocket. So they switched places, and everybody cheers like it's this great trick, and Max is happy. And then, of course, as we all predicted, this happens.
This afternoon, before coming to the theater, I signed the official adoption papers that give me the great privilege of becoming Max's father.
Okay, so that is probably what we all expected. The Great Zamboni has adopted Max. What happens next, I fully did not expect, okay? Because you might remember that Max came out of the rocket, but the Jaguar has not yet. So let's see what happens next.
Oh, you mustn't forget Shadow, a big hand for Shadow.
Dude, what? Huh? What? Dude, explain that. No. Please explain this to me, someone. I do not understand this at all. The Jaguar, the whole time, was Dawnstar, his wife. I'm so confused about how and why that is. First off, the whole movie, they make it seem like this dude isn't really magic. There's no actual magic in this movie. It's all sleight of hand. Like, all the things in his house are just like, you know, things popping out. All of his magic are very basic sleight of hand tricks. I guess except for the one where he turns into glass and shatters. That one is pretty weird. They make it seem like it's all within the realm of possibility. And then all of a sudden they come in with this shit where the Jaguar's been like a shape-shifting woman the whole time. But that's not the only confusing part, because why? Why did that happen? I have to assume that the Great Zamboni didn't know that Dawnstar was the Jaguar, because for the whole movie, he treats it like a Jaguar. It shows him at home by themselves several times, and she stays a Jaguar. Like, she doesn't transform back into a woman when they're alone. He even calls her Shadow when they're alone. There's one time in the movie where he's like, well, Shadow, it's just you and me in the house.
Just you and me, Shadow.
That only leads me to believe that Dawnstar became a Jaguar, like, disappeared and became a Jaguar on purpose just to fuck with the Great Zamboni. And if that's the case, then it's probably because right before all this happened, the Great Zamboni said, I hate children. And so to punish him, Dawnstar decided to turn into a jaguar for 11.5 years. Until, I guess, the Great Zamboni decided that he doesn't hate children anymore. If it took longer than that, maybe she would have stayed a jaguar forever, I don't know. This whole part is so vague. It's so hard to tell if he knew that she was a jaguar or not. His facial expressions are very vague, and they don't ever even do like close-ups of his face so you can get a better look. It's so weird, and then they just cut away from it. Then it's just the next scene where Zamboni and Dawnstar are walking Max to their car like a happy family. There's no explanation. That's all that happens. And then it's pretty much the end of the movie. That they get in their car, they drive away. This girl finds Dawnstar/Shadow's collar, and the collar flies up into space and creates a new constellation of stars, so that's its whole other thing, and then the credits roll. That's the whole ending of the movie. There's no explanation of literally anything that happened in the movie. The only kind of explanation is that, like, well, it was magic, so that's just what happens when there's magic around. Weird stuff. You can't explain it. Sometimes people just turn into jaguars. Anyway, that's the end of the movie. So, I don't know, did you see that coming? I didn't see it coming. Let me know in the comments down below. This video is sponsored by ExpressVPN. Guys, ExpressVPN is the best VPN out there for all of your internet security needs. You see, when you use the internet, your data is at risk. Whether you're using an unencrypted Wi-Fi and your data is at risk of being sniffed by hackers, or you're at home and you can be tracked by your internet service providers or websites and online advertisers. ExpressVPN can protect against all of that by encrypting your data. I use ExpressVPN all the time, but especially in 2 use cases. First, if I'm ever on a public Wi-Fi, I always make sure to have ExpressVPN on just to make sure that my data is safe and people can't see what I'm doing. And the second is to unblock content that's not available in my area. Since ExpressVPN has server locations in a ton of different countries, you can switch your server location to somewhere else and unblock content that's available there and not the country you are in now. For example, Rick and Morty and Brooklyn Nine-Nine are both available on the UK's Netflix, but not available on the US's Netflix. So if I want to watch those, all I have to do is switch my server location to the UK and suddenly it's available to me. I'll always choose ExpressVPN over other VPNs because they have the fastest speeds. They've got 24/7 customer support. It's super easy to use. You don't really need any technical knowledge. You just open it up, you can pick server locations, you press the big button to connect, and you're connected. And on top of that, ExpressVPN is consistently rated the #1 VPN by a bunch of different sources. It's been rated #1 by TechRadar, CNET, The Verge, and many more. So if you want to find out how you can get 3 months of ExpressVPN for free, then click the link in the description. That's expressvpn.com/Danny Gonzalez. That's expressvpn.com/Danny Gonzalez. Thanks to ExpressVPN for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you guys for checking out ExpressVPN. When you check out my sponsors, it helps me get more in the future, so I really do appreciate it when you guys check out my sponsors. And ExpressVPN's a great service, so I know if you're looking for a VPN, you will love ExpressVPN. Alright guys, well that's it for this video. I hope you liked it. I hope you like my new little setup here. I finally changed it. So hopefully this doesn't look like shit. The Greg is finally off the floor, and honestly, we're vibing. So if you like this video and you're not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe and turn on my notifications to join Greg. We are the fastest growing army on YouTube. Please do not look that up. You're just gonna have to trust me. That's what Gregs do. They trust me. Anyway, bye. This video is over now. You'll find something else to watch, or just watch this video. I know we had a lot of fun. But you can't stay on this end screen forever. No. This video is over now. So why are you still watching this? Hello everyone, and welcome back to my second channel. This is my second channel. It is not my main channel. And if you thought it was my main channel, then guess what? You're a stupid little worm. That's right. If you came here and honestly thought that this was my main channel and not my second channel where I like to get goofy, wacky, silly, and honestly just downright random, then you're off your rocker. I haven't posted here in a bit, and honestly, it's just because I haven't had any good ideas to post here. I don't really know what to post on my second channel. I sort of started it because I had all these ideas that I felt like weren't good enough for my main channel and I wanted to post on there, but then I sort of ran out of those ideas, and now I just don't have any ideas for this channel. So if you have any ideas for what I should do, let me know. I've got a LaCroix here. It's a pamplemousse, which means grapefruit in French. That's refreshing. That's good. All right, well, you probably saw the video that I posted on my main channel about all the tack products. In that video, I reviewed the commercial for all these tack products, and I actually bought a bunch of them for that video and ended up only using a couple of them for sketches and stuff, just because I wanted to have them just in case I needed them, and I only used like 2 of them. But I have all of them that I talked about. I have all of them here. You know, I figure why not turn this into a second channel video? I don't want all this stuff to go to waste and not get any content out of it, you know? Because I spent a lot of money on it, you know? So I've reviewed the commercials. Now it's time for me to give my review on the products, starting with the tack bat. I already opened this one because I used it in the video. But let's just take a look at the box real quick to see what we're getting ourselves into. 40 times brighter than this regular flashlight, and there's a picture of a flashlight. Also, I don't know why they really like taped this thing shut and put like cardboard all around it. It was in another box, and then when I opened that box, there was just like cardboard taped all around it, so I had to like peel that off and destroy the box while opening it. Probably ruining any value that this thing might have had on like a collector's market or anything. I don't know if people are gonna be collecting tack products in the future, but if they are, I'm out of luck. Visibility for 4 nautical miles. That's crazy. What are nautical miles? Is that different than just regular miles? Does that mean it works underwater for 4 miles? Is this for Navy guys? Let me just Google this real quick. What are nautical miles? Okay, this says that it's 1.15 miles. So a nautical mile is actually more than a mile, if Google is correct. This can actually light more than 4 miles, which is perfect for those situations where you need to see something that's 4 miles away. Oh, and if you're wondering, yeah, this is the 12-inch edition, so we're getting crazy. And ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The tack bat, aka the attack bat. Bing. Oh yeah, it doesn't have batteries in it yet. I gotta put those in. It requires 3 AA batteries. Clink, plunk, clink. And now let's put this baby to work. I'm curious to see how bright it actually is and how good of a weapon it is. It's a tactical flashlight and a tactical bashlight that you could use in a practically brash fight. All right, let's turn this baby on and see. Ooh, wow. Okay, it looks bright. Wow, that's a cool lens flare too. Look at that. I'm gonna light up this back wall, but first, you know what? Let's test a civilian flashlight first. I'm just gonna use my phone flashlight. Pretty standard brightness. Actually, probably less than average brightness. And, okay, that's shining on the wall, but it literally doesn't look like it's doing anything. So that's what the phone flashlight does. Now let's try the tack bat. Holy moly. Jeez, dude. Okay, this thing is bright. Wait, that's so annoying. So to turn it on, you just press it once, but then if you want to turn it off again, you have to cycle through all the different modes, which I think like goes down in brightness and then turns on strobe mode and then a different flashing mode and then it turns off. So let's say you've got it on, right? The super bright light, you're creeping through your house in the middle of the night trying to find the bathroom. You find it and then you're like, okay, great. I've gotten to the bathroom, it's time to use the potty. So you press the button, you press it again, it gets dim, your eyes start to adjust to the darkness, and then just when you think it's time to take a little pee, bang, 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 ah! And then it turns off. It's sort of like you're using self-defense mode on yourself. All right, let's take a look at how good this thing is as a weapon. All right, I was half expecting the light to stop working when I hit him in the head, because it just seems like something that would happen, but you know what? This thing's military tough. I mean, say what you want about the commercials, but I'm actually kind of impressed. This is military tough. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I had to do that to you. Should I try self-defense mode on myself? Should I see if it disorients me? I'm gonna do it, but from a distance. Okay, so this is self-defense mode. I'm gonna set it on my desk and then I'm gonna walk over here, about the distance a bad guy would be, and I'm gonna be doing my little bad guy things, and then I'm gonna turn around and see if it disorients me. No, it didn't. All right, guys, so I wanna test this out in a tactical situation. So what I've done here is I've set up a situation that I think we all pretty much fear in our homes. There's an attacker in my basement. Pretty much everyone's worst fear, a creeper from Minecraft, is in my basement. He's about to attack me, as you can clearly see. He's wild, he's crazy, and he's probably gonna be violent if I had to guess. So I'm gonna act this out as if it's a real life situation, and let's see what happens. Oh no, I hear a bump in the night. There might be something in my basement. Let's look around. We start with a wide beam. Is it you? No, okay, those are always there. The wide beam is good for like a quick search to find out who's in your basement, and then, oh shit! Then you kind of zero in on him with this. Now I suppose what I want to do, as you can clearly see, he's about to attack me. This does not look good. I suppose what the tack commercial would have me do first is try self-defense mode. In the heat of the moment, you have to get to self-defense mode really fast. Luckily, it's only 1, 2, 3 clicks away, and now I'm in self-defense mode. And actually, I can probably even focus it all on him. His retinas are probably burnt, like on fire right now if this was a real person. His eyeballs would probably be like burning in his sockets. I love that it's 3 clicks away. Like if there's really an attacker and you're like, oh shit! Okay, hold on 1 second, and haha, gotcha, motherfucker.
you're dead. Or maybe you're just supposed to walk around in your house with the self-defense mode going the entire time. Is anyone in here? Hello? Now that I've stunned him, I guess now the only thing really left to do is attack him. Because it's either I attack him or he attacks me. I guess do the stance. On your mark, get set, go. Whoa, fuck. This was on, right?
Yeah, it was on.
Okay. It turned off for some reason when I smacked him. But Jesus, dude, come look at this damage. All right, I'm feeling pretty good about that. But you know what? I'm still kind of worried that he's about to attack me. So, yep. Okay. Yeah, he's looking pretty bad now, but let me just go ahead and just make sure with this. You know, it's a good idea even if your attacker is unconscious with a giant gash in his head and he's missing one of his legs. You still want to defend yourself against him because he still is probably about to attack you. That's why I like to keep on self-defense mode. I'll probably just stand here like this until the police come. I'll say, honey, there's an intruder in the basement, don't worry. I think he's dead, but can you call the police? And then I'll probably just wait here until the police come. And I think that's pretty much it, you know? I think that's pretty much... Oh, shit, sorry. I thought I saw him move. But I think we're good now. Thanks, TACBAT.
All right, well, that's the TACBAT. My review? 9 out of 10. It's actually pretty good. I can tell it's made out of genuine aircraft grade aluminum or whatever, and it makes quite a beating stick. Okay, next up, the tack visor. This is the other one that I actually used in the video, if you remember. 2-in-1 car visor. I feel like they didn't talk about that enough in the commercial, but there's a nighttime driving visor and a daytime driving visor. The second you flip it down, you see a giant truck coming at you. This guy looks really happy. And then there's a nice before and after picture. Before, it looks like you're driving straight into heaven, and after, you're just in New Mexico or some shit. So I have already opened it, and I have it right here. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty much it. It clips onto your car's actual visor, the non-tactical one, and it goes up like this, and then when you need it, it flips down like so. I actually am noticing that it kind of does that thing that it did in the commercial. Hold on one sec, and I'll try to show you what it does. All right, watch this. Ready? You see my reflection in it? But if I turn it this way, bada bing, bada boom, there's the eagle. You can see him clear as day. I mean, if I take this off, you can still see him, but that's how polarizing light works. If you turn it, then you can't see him anymore. Maybe I should take this into my car and see if it actually works in there, or if this makes any difference. All right, guys, time to test this thing out. I've got my visor here, my regular old visor that will block the road and all the cars and make it impossible for me to see. Let's get a quick demo of that. So let's say I'm like driving, and it's so bright and I can't see it, so I put down my visor, and as you can see, it's like pretty much useless. I can't even see the road anymore. Probably gonna crash and probably gonna die. That's why you want something like this, the tack visor. I believe it just clips on to your normal visor, making it actually useful for once. Okay, so my garage opener is already kind of in the way. And then it flips up like that. Let's just do a quick control test for comparison. I'm gonna drive without it. It's a nice snowy day, and snow always reflects light, you know, sunlight, so it's very bright out. Let's see how I drive without the tack visor. Fuck! Shit! As you could probably tell, it's almost impossible driving right now without some kind of help. I mean, if you want to just turn the camera so that they can see in front of us, it honestly kind of feels like staring right into a TACBAT in self-defense mode. Let's go ahead and flip down the tack visor. Wow. Okay, interesting. Huh. I cannot tell if this is helping much. I mean, it is making things darker. Because there's like bright windows behind me, like the side windows to the back windshield, I can see all of those reflected in this screen, and it's kind of really distracting. And I can also see like my reflection. I can see my mouth moving in the reflection here. As I said in the commercial, this is basically just like it polarizes the light, which is basically what most like sunglasses do if you have polarized sunglasses. So I'm gonna see. I think that these are better. I think I would just prefer to use these. Using them at the same time, however, this could be a game changer. Actually, I just like lifted my hand up and moved this thing. I feel like that could, whoa. I feel like that could like drastically affect your driving abilities. Now maybe you can tell a little bit better
how many reflections there are. And also this is a good example right now because the car's kind of bouncing. This is like jiggling as it bounces. So not only are there like these distracting reflections of things moving behind me, but like this is also bouncing, which is making all the reflections like just go like do 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 do. One thing I will mention though is that someone tweeted me and said that they actually have a tack visor, and it's because they wear glasses. And so if they have like glasses, they can't also comfortably wear sunglasses. So that actually makes sense. If I was wearing glasses, I wouldn't want to put on sunglasses also. Tack wallet. All right, this one should be fun. They claim this to be fire resistant and bow and arrow resistant. Let's take a look. Aha. Velcro, very cool. Ooh, what's this? Oh, okay, it's just lists some of the features of the tack wallet. I thought it was gonna be a card to some like exclusive tack club that I was gonna get to be in. But it's just a stupid piece of cardboard. Lame. Oh, came with one of these, which is always fun to. And overall, I mean, this seems like a pretty fine wallet. It's got the lanyard on it, which Nick Bolton really loves, so that it won't get stolen. Oh, this only works if you're wearing a belt though, right? Because the belt has to go through it. So that's not gonna really help a boy like me. I don't wear belts often. In fact, it kind of makes a nice little loop for some sneaky little guy to come stick his finger through and just yoink. I think I'm gonna be attaching that. Okay, I don't have like a bow and arrow, but I have a pocket knife. I think this is a pretty valid way to test how resistant it is to damage. I cut through it right away. I sliced right through it. There's a slice. I actually didn't think that was gonna happen. I kind of thought that it wasn't gonna go through, but nope, I'm slicing it right through. It's not often that someone's gonna be going around stabbing your wallet, so I think you're probably good, because I was really digging in and trying to slice it. It's not like I just went like that and it sliced. No, it doesn't. Okay, well maybe it does. But yeah, okay, it does if I go like that. How often does that really happen? The only time you have to worry about that is if you fall into like an industrial meat slicer, and the only reason you would need your wallet to survive is so that the police can identify your mangled corpse. Overall, I'm gonna give this like a 3 out of 10 because it's not a very nice looking wallet. It's not sleek. Honestly, it's not very tactical looking. I mean, it's got like Velcro, which is, I believe, generally understood to be like the worst thing a wallet could have by anyone who's anyone. I'm not super crazy about it. It didn't even hold up to the stabby stab very well. I feel like if I was wearing this in my breast pocket and a bad guy came up and started stabbing me, I don't even think it would protect my precious heart. And if you can't even protect my heart, then what can you do? Okay, it's tack shaver time. Let me just slice this open. And what do we have here? You know, I think one of the things I'm most excited about with this is seeing how well it works for Navy guys like myself. Guys who spend most of their time submerged in a swimming pool and grow big fat beards. Ooh, damn, it came charged right out the gate. So this, I believe, has a rechargeable battery, so it doesn't take any batteries, and you just kind of shave, you know, like that. And it's got a little trimmer for trimming. Okay, this kind of looks cool, right? When I first took it out of the box, the first impression I had of it was like, this looks like a taser. I would say that that is kind of a tactical look. It looks like you could just kind of The one thing I want to test with this is how well it actually handles in water, because that was one of the biggest claims they made in the commercial. Really, the best way to test this is just to drop it in a glass of water like they do in the commercial and see if that really works. That'll do. Let's just fill up a glass of water and see what happens. I'm trying to think of really like a practical scenario that this would be helpful. And so far, the only thing I can really think of is like, I'm shaving, I'm looking in the mirror, getting a good shave, and then like all of a sudden like, oh no! Oh shit. Oh no! Oh no! I dropped my razor in a glass of water and it's fully submerged in there. And you know what? To their credit, it does seem like it's still working. I mean, it's still making the noise. That's really the only way I can tell. There's little bubbles coming out of the side. It looks kind of like smoke. I think maybe that's just air. Okay, well, it's not actually smoking as far as I can tell. So maybe it was just an illusion. Smoke and mirrors. You know what? Actually, that's a good test for most people. You know, you're doing a shave and you drop it in a glass of water, but that personally would never happen to me because I don't drink still water. I only drink LaCroix. I think you know what we have to do now. No. Now, if it can handle this, I would be pretty impressed. As we all know, sparkling water is much more violent than regular water. Okay, so I'm shaving. I'm having a sip of my delicious grapefruit LaCroix. Mmm. Oh no!
Not my LaCroix! It's ruined! Or is it? Nope, it's good as ever. And I can still probably shave. Well, look at it in there. It's like coated in bubbles. Wow. Well, seemed like that worked too. And I can still get a good shave. Did that shave me at all?
A little bit, I think.
Okay. It's kind of hard to tell because I didn't have much there to begin with. All right, well, you know what? I'm gonna say the claim that it works underwater is true. I don't know if it like works underwater because like I don't know if it really worked to begin with based on the review that we watched, but it does what it did on land underwater. Okay, well, bye. Doja Cat, DaBaby, Lil Nas X. What do all these artists have in common? They've all seen huge surges in popularity from having their songs blow up on TikTok. With viral dances and trends propelling songs to the top of the charts not just on TikTok, but on Spotify and Billboard, artists are trying now more than ever to get their songs to go big on TikTok. Which is why 2 months ago, I came up with a plan to create not just any song, but the perfect song for TikTok. A song that would take every element that makes songs popular on TikTok and combine them all into one perfect song for TikTok and disguise myself as a fake artist to release it. Will the song blow up just as I suspected? Or will it all blow up in my face, ending in ridicule for making an abomination of music, a Frankenstein's monster of pop culture? This is the story of how I created the perfect song for TikTok. What's up, Greg, and welcome back to another episode of An Attempt. That's right, I'm gonna be making an attempt. I don't know if it's gonna work out, but we're gonna see. Guys, I wanna make a TikTok song, okay? That's not a song called TikTok, it's not a song about TikTok, it's a song for TikTok. Over the past couple years, countless artists have blown up on TikTok. And guess what? Daddy wants some of that clout. But now I'm wondering, is it possible to force a song to blow up on TikTok? That is what I'm going to find out today, or however long this takes me. Probably longer than a day. Because honestly, I've noticed that a lot of popular TikTok songs have some very similar things about them that make them so good for TikTok. Things like deliberately specific dancing instructions make them perfect for people like Charli D'Amelio and Addison Rae. One line of a song that can be interpreted a million different ways, so a bunch of people can make a TikTok with the same song but have a slightly different joke to it. I'm going to create the perfect song for TikTok. A song that has no choice but to blow up. A song that the biggest TikTokers in the world will be lining up to make TikToks with. Thus making the song one of the most popular sounds on TikTok, thus making it popular on Spotify, thus giving Daddy that clout. And I am saying this very confidently, knowing damn well that I have no idea if this is gonna work. In fact, the funny thing about this is I actually tried to make this video like 6 months ago in February, and I sort of got stuck because it was too hard, and I sort of forgot about it and gave up. But I think this time I got it. All right, so how many videos would you think I would need to be viral on TikTok? I guess that's what we have to figure out first. Like, what am I aiming for here? After looking at a bunch of songs in TikTok's own TikTok viral list, it seemed like the songs that go viral on TikTok had a huge range of the number of videos that they have, with some even going up to the multiple millions of videos. But the very lowest that I could find had around 69,000 videos. So I figured a good baseline for like the most baby, little, tiny viral song would be about 50,000 videos. So that's what I decided to go with. Let's say 50,000. I feel like that's still a pretty lofty goal, and I feel like I would be pretty darn impressed if I got 50,000 videos for my song on TikTok. And we might not reach the goal, but you know what they say. Shoot for the moon, and if you miss, at least you'll land among the stars. Or suffocate in space, I suppose. The first thing I actually had to do was write the song. Back in February, when my sorry ass tried to make this video the first time, I reached out to a few popular TikTok creators for some advice, and to see if they thought this was even possible. The results were mixed. Do you think that that could work?
Oh my god, that would work. So you got this.
I think that definitely could work.
I don't know. Maybe. With your audience and following, possibly.
Nevertheless, they all had some pretty valuable insight about what makes a song popular on TikTok that would be absolutely crucial going forward.
You just need something that you can dance to, especially like stuff that says like, throw that ass back.
Keywords, ass, butt, throw it back. You need a dance to go along with it.
TikTok dances are the same dance, just in a randomized format.
So maybe if I made a song that was like the lyrics are just like a string of dance moves, people would just make a dance to that.
I honestly think that people would use that.
It'll be like the cha-cha slide of TikTok.
Yes!
One line that can be kind of used in a bunch of different ways.
Yeah.
I think a lot of beat drops say something that's kind of
So another thing that I've heard is that like artists who want to blow up on TikTok will pay TikTokers to make songs with their TikToks.
I have at least 6 requests on my Instagram right now. They're like, hey man, can you make a challenge or something to my audio?
You have like 2.3 million followers on TikTok. How many followers do you have on TikTok now?
500,000, somewhere around there.
So I feel like if you made a TikTok with a song, there's like a decent chance that it could like become a trend, right?
Yeah. I guess so, yeah.
So is that something you would consider doing, like taking payment to make a song or like a TikTok? Huh? Oh, that's so weird. There's $20 in the background here. Is that something that like you guys would consider if someone was willing to pay you for?
Oh, what is that? Is that a $25 Amazon
What?
gift card?
Oh my God! Is it? Is this like a 3-year-old $25 Amazon gift card?
Hold on, is that a Rainforest Cafe shirt?
Is that for me?
Huh? That's weird. How'd that get there? I don't know. Would you ever consider like if someone had like a bunch of money?
When you say a bunch of money, do you mean $20?
I don't know. It could be 20. Could be, I don't know, more or.
So 40? I'm starting to realize now you might have ulterior motives with this call, but.
Curtis, come on, man. We're friends.
I know, but it's weird. As soon as you started talking about my following and then paying someone to make a video and then you pan to the money on the wall, it's just all okay. And now you're agreeing with me. Okay.
But even then, I still felt a little bit lost on where exactly to start. So I looked up the lyrics to all the most popular songs on TikTok, copied and pasted them all into one document, and then used that chunk of text to generate a word cloud. I figured this would be super helpful in writing the song since I didn't know what to write about. Plus, I really like this website. They had lots of cool shapes that you could make your word cloud, like a little cow cloud and a little ladybug cloud. I picked a gecko. Hope you guys like my word cloud. As you can see, I went for a gecko. Not for any practical reason, I just think it looks cool as shit. Especially since the biggest word on the gecko is bitch. Like it's just this gecko that says bitch on it. I think that's pretty tight. So I think there's some general themes that we can extract from this data. We got girls, we got booty, we got shit. Girls, booty, shit. Now that's a winning combination. All in all, I think this gecko is gonna be really crucial in writing the song. I'll be looking to the gecko a lot. If I'm stumped while writing the song, I can just look to the gecko like, what do I wanna talk about next? Booty? Of course. After I'm done shaking my booty, I can get to working and smashing, and that's a hit song. So I began the tedious process of crafting the perfect beat. I worked for days and days, crafting the perfect melody, making the drums slap in just the right way, mixing it until it sounded perfect, and I'm just kidding, I just bought a beat online. It was way easier, and it sounded better than anything I could have made, so that's what I did. Oh yeah. It was a slapper, to be sure. Then I fired up the auto-tune and got to writing. So I suppose the first thing we should do is the chorus, because that's got to be the catchiest part. Now we can try to come up with words for it. So this is like the first line of the song. I feel like in TikTok songs where the beat drops, there should be like an important line. It's gotta be something kind of badass that makes TikTokers want to be like, I'm hot shit. It could also be something funny and self-aware, and maybe people would like that too. What's like a relatable scenario that people would like to make TikToks about? A time that they fucked up, or like were a clown? I'm a fucking clown. Oh yeah, okay, wait, no. It could be kind of cool. Starting off with I'm a fucking clown sounds like it's gonna be a dumb song, but then like, what if it's like, but she wants to join the circus? Then it sounds kind of cool. Like, I'm gonna be a clown, but this girl, she's kind of a freak. She kind of wants to join the circus. Okay, so now I need to figure out something that rhymes with circus. Epidermis. Yeah. This is that dermatologist rap. We're talking about the epidermis now, baby. Curtis. So to maximize my chances of getting this song to be popular on TikTok, I wanted to include something in the song for every type of TikToker. Just absolutely squeeze every genre of TikTok into this one song that I could. Writing the song was a challenge, to say the very least. I was totally out of my comfort zone. I kept getting writer's block. Luckily though, I did have the gecko, which at the very least gave me some solid inspiration. Oh gecko, please tell me what to write next. Maybe I should say hoe at some point in here? Is that endearing? Is that cool? So what if I'm a hoe? You're not perfect either, sweetheart. I got booty, I got smash, I got pow. Like pow, pow, pow.
I'm gonna make her butt explode, like pow pow pow. All in all, writing the song took about 2 days. And the trickiest part was making a song that had all of these elements that would make it go popular on TikTok while still making it a cohesive song that like made sense and sounded fun and is catchy, hopefully. Then I just recorded a final version of the vocals and sent it off to a mixing engineer to get the final song sounding perfect. I'm a fucking clown, and you gon' join the circus. Get in that dance that she learned on TikTok, like clap and slide, elbow shake. She ain't tryna throw hands, she just throwing that cake. If your ex try to stop me, he'll be running home to mommy. Hold up, none of this lame shit, dude. I'm trying to rap. Bring the beat back. That's a glow up, what more can I say? All right, I've done it. I've created the perfect TikTok song. A song that will appeal to every side of TikTok. You cannot convince me otherwise. This song is the most TikTokable song possible. But now it's time for me to put my money where my mouth is, because I actually have to get the song to blow up on TikTok, which, you know what? Before I thought that writing the song was the hardest part because it took so long, but now I'm starting to think that this is gonna be really hard, because what are the odds that I'm gonna get my song to blow up on TikTok? That seems almost impossible. How many songs are released every day and how many of them blow up on TikTok? Maybe one, maybe not even one, maybe a half a song. It was pretty difficult seeing any clear path from releasing my first serious attempt at making a viral song to becoming an overnight sensation. But after a lot of plotting, I came up with a few strategies that I'm going to employ that you'll see in a bit. But first, I decided for all these strategies, it would probably be best if I disguised myself. Now you might be asking, why is that necessary, Danny? And also, didn't you already do this in a different video? You disguised yourself? And didn't a bunch of your followers figure out it was you like right away? Well, yeah, all those things are true, but this time is different, and there's a few reasons I think it's important. First of all, I do not want this song on my YouTube channel. I don't want to release this as me at all, because it sounds nothing like anything I would make. I don't want to post this for my followers and be like, hey, this is the type of music I'm gonna be making now. What do you think? Do you like it? It's about being a clown and a hoe and shaking your ass, and honestly, actually, now that I think about it, it does sound like kind of a cool idea for a song. But since I didn't want to release this as me, the only other real option was releasing it anonymously, creating a fake artist identity to release it under. But also, I want this song to blow up because it's so TikTokable. Not because I made it and I already have however many followers and people just want to get in on a song that I made. So in the interest of not posting this on my own social media and making it fair, I gotta make a disguise. How to disguise yourself. All right, we got a WikiHow article. How to disguise yourself. Looking to disappear? Not at all. I'm looking to go viral. Method 1, changing your features. Change your hair. Getting a drastic haircut is the quickest way to look completely different. Wear glasses and sunglasses. Ah, it worked for Clark Kent. Oh yeah, it worked for the superhero in the fictional story. Yeah, everything about that was pretty realistic. I'll do that. Lighten or darken your skin to further confuse people. Probably not gonna do that. Men should consider dressing up or down in age. If you usually dress like a 19-year-old, consider how your father dresses and start taking cues from him. Okay, interesting. Could I try to make myself look like an older gentleman? That might kind of work. Imagine if you're scrolling on TikTok and you see kind of like an older man. That's already like a little bit weird on TikTok. You're kind of taken aback because it's mostly like youth. So then imagine seeing an old man and he's like, hey guys, check out my new fucking track, and it's this absolute banger. Oh shit, how to put together a good disguise according to the CIA. All right, this is gonna have some pro tips, I can already tell. The CIA has a number of ways to change someone's appearance, including full face masks, but simpler ways to completely change the face are dental facades and plumpers, which mask your teeth and even reform the shape of your face. What's a plumper? It can reshape your face? What is a plumper? The act of falling heavily. A plumping. Did people say that? When someone falls down? Whoa, that's a plumper. An object carried in the mouth to fill out the cheeks. Oh, interesting. So it can maybe give my face like a rounder look if I get some plumpers. Can you listen to my song on TikTok? So I headed to Goodwill to pick up some new clothes and start crafting my disguise, and let me tell you what, I was dripping. All right, this is my disguise so far. Camo shorts, of course, with they're like cargo shorts too. They got the cargo shorts pocket. Then I found this shirt that says common loon, and I feel like it describes me pretty well because I am a common loon. Do I look like a different person? I feel like this just looks like I have cotton balls in my mouth.
It just kind of looks like your cheeks are filled out a little bit.
Okay. Now, because I'm not posting this song on my own account like I did with the Zayden thing, I wasn't super worried about people recognizing me since I'm posting this on TikTok with 0 followers. Just random people are gonna be seeing it, not exclusively my followers. And TikTok has 800 million users and I have 4 million subscribers. So I figured even if a few people recognize me, like percentage-wise, it's gonna be so little that it doesn't really matter. So I wasn't gonna get super fancy. I didn't want to deep fake myself, which would take like literal days for each video. I just got some new clothes, some cool sunglasses, and an epic fake goatee made out of real human hair.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
I feel like I look like Waluigi. Wow, listen to my song. Okay, that looks kind of real, right?
Yeah.
Throw on the shades.
Oh my god.
I'm a different dude.
The disguise definitely started to ease my hesitation about the song a little bit. I was worried the song didn't really feel like me, so the more I started to feel like someone else, the better it felt. Plus, I walked into another room and scared Laura because she thought there was a stranger walking around our house, so I felt pretty good about that. And now it's time to start strategy 1. A more recent song I saw blow up on TikTok was Curtis Waters' song Stunnin'. And the first time I ever heard the song was in a TikTok that he made where he was basically just dancing to the song and asking people to check it out. Over the course of the next couple weeks, the song went absolutely crazy. It became like a huge thing on TikTok, and that carried over to Spotify too, where his song now has over 100 million streams on Spotify. Daddy wants some of that clout. So maybe if I just asked people to listen to my song, they would. So off I went making TikToks where I basically just lip synced, danced a little bit to the song. My editor Christian filmed all of these, and in the end, I had 6 TikToks that I could release strategically throughout the next couple days.
All right, so you're probably wondering why there's a baby in the back.
Oh yeah, I also bought this baby. Let me explain why. I was a little worried that just asking people to listen to my song wouldn't be enough pizzazz to get people excited about it. But sometimes on TikTok, I see things go viral that are just like pretty normal videos where something weird happens in the background. It makes people want to comment on the weird thing going on in the background. They watch it over and over to see the weird thing going on in the background. All things the TikTok algorithm loves. So I devised a TikTok where I'm dancing to my song and asking people to listen to it in the foreground. But in the background, a baby falls out of a tree. It's the perfect amount of confusing and concerning. How did that baby get in that tree? How did he not notice the baby fall out of the tree? Are there more babies in the tree? All questions I predicted would absolutely flood the comment section of this TikTok. So, long story short, I basically spent 20 minutes throwing a baby doll up into a tree at the park.
She's on X Games mode. Oh my god, that's so violent. It's kind of disturbing.
Once I got tired of throwing the baby, it was time to get to work. I got the song ready for release and submitted it to Spotify and all the other streaming services, including TikTok. This is where I had to come up with an artist name. I didn't really know what to put for this, but I mentioned foxes twice in the song, so I figured maybe foxes are important to this dude, and I named him Fox Season. I also decided to make his real name Ned Flames, because I had to put that in like the credits of the song, and I just thought that Ned Flames sounded cool, so that's his name. Within a day or two, the song was up on TikTok, and I began methodically posting each of the 6 videos I had filmed.
Stunning in my gray Crocs, she a bad bitch, I'm a stone cold fox. Air Force One with the knee-high socks, hitting that dance that she learned on TikTok, like clap and slide.
All right, everyone, phase 1 is complete, and the results are unimpressive. Right now I've got 11 followers. None of my TikToks have over 20 likes. We got 9 likes, we got 7 likes, we got 13 likes, 12, 19, 9, and that's it. That being said, I do have a couple of fans already. This guy said, I like it. This person says, sounds pretty clean. Is it on Apple Music? I also surprisingly already had some haters, or at the very least, some very confusing interactions. One person said this better be a joke, so I commented back, what do you mean? As in, what do you mean a joke? This is my dream. My name is Ned Flames, and music is my passion. I got another comment from this dude, Giovanni, and the first comment that he left was pretty mean, and I responded to it acting like I didn't know it was supposed to be mean, and then he actually deleted that comment and then followed me, and now comments nice things on my TikToks. He commented, is it on Spotify? He left this comment, which I don't really understand. He said, once more people that like your music see your videos, you'll get more famous. Oh, maybe he meant the more people that like your music see your videos, you'll get more famous. Which is, I mean, objectively true. The more people that like my music, the more famous I will be. Now here's
the big rub. This is something that I suspected might happen if my song started to get popular. I did not expect it to happen with only like 11 followers and 70 likes on my page. But a couple of people, exactly two people, have recognized that it is me. One person said, sounds like Danny Gonzalez, and another person said, is that Danny Gonzalez? And then commented again on a different TikTok and said, that's Danny Gonzalez, I know it. But with all that being said, I am still failing this experiment. So it's time to move on to plan B. Now it was time for people to really see how good this song is for TikTok. So I'm gonna milk it for every possible TikTok I can make with it. But since I didn't want to go to the park every time I wanted to shoot TikToks, I decided to get some more clothes, go to Walmart and get some posters, and turn our guest bedroom into Ned Flame's bedroom. Okay. What would make this look more like a young single man's room? Guitar. I added cords on the floor for realism, trash on the TV stand, and boom. It was perfect. Right before my eyes, Ned Flames was starting to become a real person. A person with hobbies, guitar, passions, with dreams. Anyway, I made some more TikToks.
Air Force One with the knee high socks. Hit a nap dance that she learned on TikTok. Like clap and slide, elbow shake. Like clap and slide, elbow shake. Clap and slide, elbow shake.
And check them out, they're pretty good. First, I just danced to the song like 6 times. That way I could release one every day, being like dancing to my song every day until it becomes a trend on TikTok. Then I did a POV.
Want those Barbies that walk around like zombies. I put a ring on it, and if you're extra inside me, he'll be running home to mommy.
I did a glow up where I took pictures of me from when I was younger and edited goatees onto them so I would look like Ned Flames, and then all of a sudden, boom, I'm hot.
That's a glow up, what more can I say?
And of course, I had to do a video using the I'm a fucking clown line, so I headed to McDonald's and made a video where I pretended to get the police called on me for scaring the McDonald's employees.
I'm a fucking clown.
I did not actually scare any McDonald's employees. That whole thing was not real. I did get the Travis Scott burger though. It was just okay. All right, things are getting a little bit crazy. So the good news is my TikToks are really taking off. I have 486 followers. Some of my TikToks have like 4,000 or 5,000 views. Yeah, look at 4,300 views, 4,800 views. The bad news is that it's entirely because people have found out that it's me. For some reason, even though before it was only like 1 out of every 100 people recognized me, now it's like 1 out of every 3 people. So like all my comments are just blowing up of people being like, hey Danny, we know it's you Danny. Danny, I have caught you in your lie. This was a pretty crazy development. TikTok started off just showing my videos to random people, just like whoever happened to be on the app at the time. But after a while, it seemed like TikTok's algorithm started to realize that most of the people interacting with my TikToks all had one similar interest, and that interest was me. My whole plan kind of assumed that the people who would be seeing these TikToks would just be random people who didn't know who I was, so they wouldn't look too much into the disguise, even if it looked a little bit fake. But at this point, TikTok, it seemed, was exclusively showing my videos to people who already followed me. It was so good at recognizing this pattern, in fact, that a few people sent me screenshots where if you go to the like suggested accounts under Ned Flames, it would show my account first. For a second, I thought that my shot of becoming a viral sensation was over. But just then I realized, wait, it doesn't matter. In fact, it actually seemed to be helping a lot. Because so many people were recognizing me due to either my voice or my ill-conceived disguise, people were commenting on my videos, sharing them, tagging people, clicking on my profile to see more. Even the Chicago Bulls mascot was getting in on the action, that nasty little freak. While people were interacting with my TikToks, thinking that they were putting a stop to my unhinged delusions, they were actually fueling them, causing them to show up on more and more people's For You page. And so they did. But there was still one problem. I was having trouble converting people from commenting on my videos to making videos with the song. It seems like all people want to do is comment. They want to comment because they want me to see the comment and they want me to put it in this video, but no one is making TikToks with the song. That's the whole point. I want people to make TikToks with it. I shouldn't say that. A few people have. There's 13 TikToks that I didn't make using this song. And they are people doing the dance. Like this one says, duetting this song every day until my boy Ned Flames gets famous. So that's pretty tight. This kid has made like 3 of them, which I appreciate. I feel like people right now think that this is just a video about me trying to disguise myself on TikTok, and they want to get in the video, so they're commenting. But what they don't understand is
if they do a TikTok with the song, there's a much better chance that they'll be in the video. I think the way to do this is to get back in my disguise and start duetting people who make videos with the song. That will tell people, hey, you gotta make a TikTok. So that's my plan now. I'm just gonna start duetting people who make TikToks with the song. Hopefully that'll bump up that number from 25 to 50,000. Yep. While I was cranking out these duets, I received a notification that made me stop in my tracks. It was a comment from a verified account, one with 1.9 million followers in fact. And he said he was really glad that I wasn't Danny Gonzalez. And after I responded asking him if he liked my song, he said he was gonna duet it. This was my biggest break yet. An account with millions of followers was making a TikTok with my song. I was shaking, foaming at the mouth even, but I couldn't break character. I had to keep my cool. I responded, okay, that sounds good. And just like that, a few minutes later, he posted his duet. And sure, he did directly call me out as being Danny Gonzalez in the duet, but I had a plan for that too. I duetted his TikTok and covered up his text with some of my own. Right after that, things went crazy. TikTok's algorithm kicked it into high gear, dude, and my TikToks went from having a couple thousand views to 10,000, 100,000, 200,000, a million views. The most popular of them all became the glow-up TikTok. Since I was using pictures of myself when I was younger, I wasn't disguised at all, except for the fake goatee, and that combined with my completely undisguised voice made it painfully obvious it was me. But to be honest, that didn't really matter to me, because people were making TikToks with the song, and what more could I really ask for? And sure, a lot of them were just to get my attention or in hopes of being in this video, but some of them weren't. A lot of them were like good original TikToks that got a decent amount of likes and didn't have any reference to me at all. This one's sitting at 18K, 29K, 65,000 likes. Now, to be honest, I don't know if any of these people recognized me or knew that this song was mine and were just doing it to be in the video, or if they just thought it was a sound that they saw other people using. We may never really know, to be sure. But I would bet that a good chunk of the people who saw these TikToks have no idea who I am, and probably just saw these TikToks thinking, oh, this must just be some popular sound that people are using now. And maybe that inspired them to make videos with it. Also, my POV TikTok got removed for violating community guidelines. I guess threatening to stab your ex's boyfriend is frowned upon on TikTok. And also, no one ever really seemed to care about the baby falling out of the tree. I put a lot of effort into that, and no one ever talked about that, except this one comment that thought it was a rotisserie chicken. Anyway, the sound kept rising and rising until eventually it plateaued around 1,600 videos, which is pretty good. But it still isn't 50,000, so it's time to move on to strategy number 3. Yeah, that's right, bitch. I paid people to use my song. At this point, the algorithm had kind of stopped pushing my account, so I had to take things back into my own hands. I had my management reach out to a ton of TikTok creators saying that they're working with this new up-and-coming artist Fox season. And before I knew it, I had a handful of unassuming TikTok content creators looking for some of that sweet, sweet cash. And all they had to do was post a TikTok using my song. So, was it worth the $2,500 that I ended up spending on this? Honestly, no. All right, all the TikToks that I paid for are posted. In total, I paid for 5 TikToks from a variety of TikTok content creators. Here's a quick breakdown of how that went. There's this girl that posts dance videos in an inflatable hippo costume. She has 400,000 followers. The video that she posted only got 1,500 likes. Then there's Alley Cat, who has 6.9 million followers. She used the "I'm a clown" line in the song to make a joke about burning a pizza. Her video got 8,000 likes. Nick Norcia has 190,000 followers. He even put on clown makeup. His video got 7,000 likes. Love Brandy Marie has 200,000 followers. She did the dance. She got 1,000 likes. And then this girl, Mac, MJ Grimsley, has 1.1 million followers and came in clutch and got 90,000 likes on her TikTok. She used the "I'm a clown" portion. With that being said though, since I started paying people on TikTok to make videos with my sound, I've only seen the number of videos for this sound go up by like maybe 100. I feel like even less. It had 1,600 something before I started paying people, and now it has 1,700 something. So all in all, pretty disappointed with the results. But with all that being said, there is still one strategy that I have not taken advantage of yet. And it's something that I didn't want to do from the very beginning unless it was like a last resort situation. But it is currently a last resort situation. The only option I had left at this point was to come clean. So I posted a TikTok basically owning up to the whole thing on my TikTok account, which has about 1.5 million followers, in hopes that at least a couple more people would make TikToks with the sound. I'm a fucking clown, and you gon'
gon' join the circus. So now here we are at the end of this experiment. I am about to find out right now how many videos total have been made with this song. I could go on and keep trying to get the song to catch on. I could pay more people, try other options, but honestly, I've been working on this video for 2 months now. I am very ready to be done with it. And now for the moment of truth. My song on TikTok, the most TikTokable song that I think could possibly exist, a song destined to go viral and propel me to the top of the charts, currently has 1,835 videos. And honestly, that's still kind of a lot. Like, that is almost 2,000 videos. If you just think about that without the perspective of 50,000, that's pretty impressive. Maybe I shouldn't have said 50,000 at the beginning of this video, because that makes it seem way less impressive. But picture 2,000 people. Like, that's a lot. Granted, I do think a lot of people that made videos just did it because they wanted to be in this video. So if you did, congrats. And while I didn't hit 50,000 videos, my Fox Season account did hit 94,000 followers. So Fox Season's kind of popping off. So, what did we learn from this experiment? What are the takeaways? Well, I suppose at the end of the day, you can try to cram a bunch of TikTokable things into a song, spit it over a beat, but that's not gonna make it a good song, you know? And that's not gonna make it go viral. Except for sometimes when it does. If I could go back and do it again, maybe I would change things. Maybe I would just post it on my own account and not have to worry about the whole disguise thing. If anything, I think this video is a testament to how good the TikTok algorithm is at delivering the right content to the right people. It took TikTok like 2 days to figure out that I was Ned Flames. Like, before the vast majority of people did, TikTok's algorithm did and started showing all of my followers Ned Flames videos. One thing is for absolute certain though. I'm not gonna disguise myself anymore. I'm done doing that. I get caught every time. I am not good at it, and it cannot be done. My face is too distinct, my voice is too distinct. I get it, I will not disguise myself anymore. Or maybe I will, I don't know. Shit, maybe I will. Maybe I'm gonna do it again. You know what? No, fuck that. I'm gonna do it again. If I do, and when I do, it's gonna be so good that no one will recognize me. Mark my words. If I ever make a video like this again where I disguise myself, no one will recognize me. Not one person. And I will bet money on it, okay? So good luck ever trying to find out a disguise from me again, because if I do, ho 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 ho. Ho 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 ho. You're not gonna figure it out. Anyway, with that being said, it's now time to talk about our sponsor, Upstart. There's been a lot of economic uncertainty lately with families and young people not sure when their next paycheck is gonna come, how long their job is gonna last, and it's led to a lot of folks having their financial situation complicated even more by high interest credit cards, and more specifically, high interest credit card debt. And if that sounds like you, then now is the time to find out how low your Upstart rate can be to help pay off your high interest credit card debt. Unlike other lenders, Upstart can reward you based on your education, your job history in the form of a smarter rate. With Upstart, you can skip going to the bank because they're completely online, and they offer loans anywhere from $1,000 to $50,000. So you can consolidate your debt into one easy fixed rate payment. Upstart makes it fast and simple to check your rate. Since it's just a soft pull, it doesn't affect your credit score. The hard pull actually ends up happening when you accept your rate, so it won't actually affect your credit score if you decide not to go with it. And probably the best part is if your loan gets approved and accepted, most people get their funds within the next business day. Over 400,000 people have used Upstart to pay off their credit cards or meet other financial goals. So if you, like many others, want to see why Upstart has a 4.9 out of 5 rating on Trustpilot, then head on over to upstart.com/Danny Gonzalez to see how low your Upstart rate can be. And checking your rates only takes a few minutes. Your loan amount will be determined based on your credit, income, and certain other information provided in your loan application. Not all applicants will qualify for the full amount. All right, thank you to Upstart for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you guys for checking out Upstart. When you guys check out my sponsors, it helps me get more in the future, so if you think there's a chance that Upstart can help you out, check it out. It helps them, it helps me, and it helps you. So it's a win-win-win. All right, well, here I am in front of a blank green screen. All right, guys, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I have been working on it for 2 months, so I'm definitely excited to finish it. I know I don't do videos like this too often, but I really like branching out and doing other types of stuff. So if you like this video, let me know. Thanks for all the support. You guys are the best. I hope you enjoyed this video. And I think I already said that, so I'm gonna end the video now. Bye. I'm a fucking clown, and you gon' join the circus. You know I'm a hoe, but I know you ain't perfect. Baby, if I'm a dick, then tell me why I make you nervous. Let these bitches talk, let those feelings to the surface. Hey. What's up, Greg? I hope you're all having a great day. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to another episode of How to Be a Bad Boy. That's right, in my last video, I showed you tips and tricks on how to be a good boy, but today, we're taking all of it back, and we're gonna learn how to be bad boys. And don't worry if you're not a boy, because this applies to anybody, because you don't have to be a boy to be a bad boy. Guys, today's a really important day for me. One, because this video is sponsored by ExpressVPN, but also because I just released an EP. It's an album of 6 comedy songs. I just released it. It's on iTunes and Spotify and Apple Music, and I think pretty much anywhere you would listen to music, so check out the link in the description. After this video, please watch this video first and then go listen to it. Make no mistake, this video is more important. Bad boys. Who doesn't love a bad boy, am I right? I mean, they're strong, masculine, angry, violent. What's not to love? I've been browsing TikTok a lot lately, and I've been browsing Jay Cyrus's Instagram stories a lot lately. His Instagram stories are always full of the worst, most painful to watch TikToks that are from these super obscure accounts. And in both his stories and on TikTok in general, I've noticed this uptick in bad boys. An up TikTok in bad boys, if you will. If you won't, that's okay too. It was a dumb joke and I shouldn't have made it. But being a bad boy has become really popular on TikTok for some reason. I feel like before you kind of had to be like a pretty boy to get popular on TikTok. But now, it's all about the bad boy. Girls like bad guys. I mean, look at this dude. He's clearly bad as all heck. I mean, one moment you think he's a doctor, and then the next moment he's like a normal guy? Wearing normal clothes? Like, what the fuck happened to him? I thought doctors just always walked around in their scrubs and lab coats. You're telling me that this doctor sometimes dresses like a normal guy? This is a bad boy right here, guys. This doctor doesn't play by the rules. You know, I've always wondered sometimes why when you go to the doctor, they make you wait in the room for so long before the doctor comes in. And I guess this is why. Because your doctor's in the back room doing this. Whatever this is. One thing's for sure though, I would not want this dude as my doctor, because he is a bad boy. You can tell because his hair isn't as neat as it was when he was a doctor. And he's also wearing a ring with a skull on it. Possibly the skull of one of his patients who died because he was too busy making TikToks to operate on him. I just did whatever the opposite of swooning is. This kind of challenge has been around in some form or another for a really long time, like since Vine was a thing. This challenge where you like dress up one way and then there's music and then all of a sudden you're dressed in a different way that's hotter. And since bad boys have been taking over TikTok, this challenge has been all over TikTok. Bad boys love this challenge. And yes, I know that calling it a challenge might seem a little bit silly because literally all they're doing is changing their clothes, but that's what they call it, so I guess that's just what it's called. I guess for bad boys, it is a challenge to change your clothes. There's one version of this challenge though that I really, really like, and it's this one.
Oh, you're with that dude now? All right, check this out.
Okay, so it looks like it's this nerd and like we're role-playing as his girlfriend who left him or something and is now dating somebody else. And he wants us to check something out. So let's see what he wants us to check out. What could you possibly have to show me that could change my mind now, you little dweeb that I used to date for some reason? Whoa, what the fuck? How'd he do that? It's like 1 second he was a dweeb and the next he's some kind of, well, I don't know what he is, but he's different. The caption for this is, duet this. It took me 3 weeks to make because I had to lose 10 pounds. First off, not true. There's no way that you didn't just make this in 10 minutes. And also, 10 pounds in 3 weeks? Jesus, did you not eat anything? Dude, go to the doctor. That's insane. That's something people on TikTok have been doing a lot lately, is putting something in the caption that makes you feel bad for how much work they put into the TikTok to try to get you to like it. They're like, guys, this took me like 5 days to make, but it only takes 1 second to like, so I guess you have to. Kind of makes you a shitty person if you don't like it. So this is a challenge I've seen a lot of people do. I guess it's this scenario where the dude in the video has been broken up with by his girlfriend and he sees his ex out in public with some other guy and he's like, all right, it's time to make her jealous. Hey, Jessica, you dumped me because you thought I was ugly? Well, look how hot I can be. Like this one, he's like, oh, you're with that dude now? You broke up with me because you thought I was ugly and now you're with that dude? Well, look at me now. Now I'm a vampire, so I bet you're jealous of that. Oh, you think I want you back now? Well, I got news for you, bitch. I'm immortal, and I can turn into a bat. and I can't go in the sun because it burns my skin. So it probably wouldn't work out anyway, because I think most people like going outside during the daytime, and I can't do that. So it probably wouldn't work out anyway. What? What is he supposed to be?
Oh, you're with that dude now?
What is wrong with him?
Check this out.
Okay. What? This was so weird. What was this supposed to be? What is it? What is he at the beginning? Is he an old man? Or just a very stressed teen? Why is he so wrinkly? What kind of scenario is this? My teenage girlfriend left me because I'm just a decrepit old man. But little does she know that I've drunk from the fountain of youth. And now I'm a dashing young man again. Is this a TikTok or is this the plot of like an early 2000s rom-com? She was just a high schooler and he was a wrinkly old man. But one day when his silly old ass tripped and fell into the fountain of youth, he turned into the dashing young whippersnapper of her dreams. I've fallen for you and I can't get up, coming this summer. You know, this whole challenge doesn't make any sense. The whole premise in general, it's like, what are you trying to accomplish, dude? It's like you're showing your ex that you can be handsome if you really try. So when you were dating her, did you just dress like an idiot all the time on purpose? And now that she's broken up with you, you're like, oh yeah? Well, guess what? I can actually dress like a fashionable guy. Or whatever this outfit is supposed to be. Oh, you thought I was a wrinkly old man? Well, guess what, bitch? I'm actually a greaser from the 1950s. I guess you should have stuck around long enough to see that. To see that I don't dress like a wrinkly old man all the time. It's just like, why would you wait until after she's already broken up with you to try to win her over? You should have done that while you were dating her, instead of intentionally looking like shit until she breaks up with you. I think my favorite thing about this audio clip is that it sounds like it was recorded with like your earphone's microphone by a kid who's like in his bedroom and doesn't want his parents to hear him talking, so he's holding it super close.
You're with that dude now?
Oh, you're with that dude now?
Check this out.
Guess look what you're missing out on, bitch. Because nothing wins back girls quite like saying something badass really quietly into a microphone because you're scared other people will hear you. So I know it might seem like the bad boys on TikTok are very self-absorbed, constantly focusing on how they look in their videos, and that's all they care about, but that couldn't be further from the truth. The bad boys on TikTok have values, okay? And one of those values is protecting women. Here's another sound that the bad boys on TikTok really holy shit, that walk! The most menacing walk known to man. He looks like Frankenstein or something. He looks like he's got absolutely no joint mobility. He's got no knees. Everybody knows that the badder the boy you are, the more your walk looks like a fucking womp from Mario 64. And whoever just touched this dude's girl is about to get oh, and look at how slow the walk is too. That's the weirdest thing about it is he's in no rush. Imagine someone walking towards you like that. That is so menacing. Who just touched my girl? Hey, who just touched my girl? Was it you? Hey, get away from my girl, man. Hands off, now! It's kind of funny how this video was all about respecting women and treating them very nicely, but the second his girlfriend gets in the way, he's like, fuck off, babe! I gotta go fight this asshole. I have to protect your honor, babe. So how about you get the fuck out of my way, you dumb bitch? He just tosses her to the side. Nobody pushes my girl around. It's kind of menacing if this dude wasn't wearing the cutest tiny little cast on his pinky finger. Like, dude, are you really in any condition to be protecting women? It looks like you've already hurt yourself, man. I don't know if you're in any condition to be throwing punches. That TikTok is from this account, Montana Boy for Life. He's a country boy, as you can tell.
Accent's got a little twang, little thing.
But make no mistake, he's got some bad boy in him too.
Go ahead, big dog, come over here and say something.
What the fuck? This dude just barked. Dude, I'm confused. Is this guy a bad boy? Or a good boy? Obviously don't know about Montana Boy for Life. He's literally about to go chop somebody up with an axe because some dude pushed this girl. Holy shit. Okay, make no mistake, I think that abusers definitely deserve to be roughed up a little bit. That's a message I'm totally cool with. If you push a girl, I mean, you can catch these hands by all means. But holy shit, an axe? You couldn't think of any less gruesome way to take care of this? What are you, a horror villain from the 80s? We don't even know the full story. Did this dude just bump into her in a crowded restaurant or something? I guess it's too late. Montana Boy for Life's already off to go dismember. Popular one in the bad boy community. I'm sure you guys have seen these videos before using this song. They're very funny to me. I don't know what it is about grown men lip syncing and then punching the air because they're so mad. Also, the phrase ass whooping in a parking lot, I don't know why, it just sounds like you're not beating somebody up, you're just spanking them. You gotta teach them a lesson, you know? If somebody's putting their hands on a woman, you gotta take them out back to the parking lot and spank him.
Next thing coming is a woman where I come from. Some next thing coming is a
Dude, imagine. Just imagine if this happened to you. You're just like at the club minding your own business and you accidentally bump the girl standing next to you and her boyfriend puts his hand on your shoulders and you turn around and it's fucking Justin from Wizards of Waverly Place wearing what can only be described as the upper body version of a loincloth. I mean, what is that shirt even doing for you at that point? It's not even a shirt anymore. What, did you cut off the sleeves? Were the sleeves that big? My favorite part about this video is that you can somehow tell he's whispering even though you can't even hear the audio from the actual video. He's just got that like, I'm recording in my room and I don't want my parents to hear me making a TikTok vibe going, you know? There's only two things that I don't tolerate around here, all right? I'll whoop your ass if you're touching a girl or if you're telling my mommy I was up here making TikToks. Please don't tell my mommy about this. I don't want her to take away my phone. Actually, a lot of these like bad boy videos have this vibe where the dude making it seems like he's really worried people are gonna see him making the video. I just feel like that completely takes away from how badass the TikTok might be. I mean, I think we can all agree that there was never any chance of this actually looking badass in the first place. But it definitely doesn't help that the dude's just constantly nervously looking around like, somebody better call the law, we can take it outside, we're about to brawl. But guys, now I want to talk about the baddest boy on TikTok of them all, Broke Boy Beck. If you guys have spent any amount of time on TikTok at all, I'm sure you guys have seen this guy. He became a giant meme on TikTok because of this video.
like making a deal with the devil.
I really have a hard time trying to decipher this TikTok. What is he trying to get across here? What is the purpose of this video? He says, do you like making a deal for a devil? And then he strangles you? Is that how you make deals with the devil? I want to be rich beyond my wildest dreams.
Okay, can do.
All right, sweet. What do I owe you, like my soul or something?
Oh no, I just want to strangle you for a little bit, if that's cool.
Oh. Okay. So is this like a sexual thing or?
No one knows, it's just what I do.
Maybe everyone's interpreting this whole thing wrong. Maybe he's not strangling you. Maybe he's just reaching out to shake your hand. It's a deal. What I definitely don't understand is the creepy laugh followed immediately by this very weird moan. His eyes like roll back into his skull. I don't know what that's all about. This video has like 374,000 likes. Everybody was making duets with this dude on TikTok. He became like the joke of TikTok, so naturally, he decided to just keep doing it. This video is called I Want All the Souls.
Please don't tempt me, we brought smoke, got plenty.
In what way is this supposed to be appealing to me as the viewer? Wow, what a fun roleplay, you know? Sometimes you want a bad boy to protect your honor and chop somebody up with an axe because they said something mean about you. And sometimes you want that same bad boy to lift you up by your throat and just leave you dangling there while they rap to you. Now that's some bad boy shit. He did it again. This one's called The Souls Are Intoxicating. I don't know what it is with this dude and souls, but he definitely needs to stop. I just feel like if I were a girl, or whatever this dude is into, girls or guys or demons or imps, I don't know what this dude is into. Souls? I just feel like if I was whatever this dude is into, I would not want to be anywhere near this dude, let alone date the guy, because I just feel like if we got into any small argument, he would just Darth Vader my ass, strangle me and lift me up in the air by my throat just because I didn't want to go to Chili's. Overall, I just don't get it. I don't get the bad boy craze, and I don't claim to get the bad boy craze. But one thing is abundantly clear to me, and that's that bad boys aren't going away anytime soon. Bad boys are the new e-boys. Or the new soft boys. Move over every other type of boy, because it's all about bad boys now. Which is why I've decided to rebrand myself as a bad boy. Starting now. Why do girls like 'em bad? I don't know, but it's true. Take it from the baddest, they can't get enough of you. If you bad, they following me home after school and starting fights over me. I don't know what to do, cause I'm bad. I'm a certified bad boy. Fuck the law, I'm just here to get some cash, boy. Looking buff, acting tough up in this class, boy. I'm so bad my mommy taking away mad toys. Why's my mommy always on my case like, yeah? Wish my mommy get out of my face like, yeah. Trying to tell me not to eat this paste like, yeah. Don't she know this bad boy like the taste like, yeah. I'll use karate if you're acting rude. I'll kick your butt if I don't like your tone. Fuck the dentist, he's a scary dude. Tried to skateboard and broke all my bones.
I'm a bad boy,
Bitch, I always been bad.
I'm a bad boy.
And I dress in all black.
I'm a bad boy.
Might fuck around and skip class.
I'm a bad boy.
And I don't respect my dad. I'm a bad boy, please come change my diaper. Got all these haters round me, take them all out with my sniper. Hit the candy store, blow a bag like a bagpiper. Bad boy ate too much sugar, now bad boy is getting hyper. Hey bitch, I am bad to the bone, metaphorically and physically. I don't fuck with milk, got that calcium deficiency. My bones are so fragile and my mommy is so pissed at me. It would take a month to read my medical history. I'm bad at things that most people could do behind their back. I am bad at taking naps. Bitch, I don't know how to add. I'm bad at not smoking crack. I am good at watching Paw Patrol. I'm bad at getting mad. Don't even know how that's possible. I know that a bad boy's what you want. I know that you want a boy that doesn't give no craps. I know that a bad boy's what you need. Bad at tying shoes, so I got those Velcro straps.
I'm a bad boy.
Bitch, I always been bad.
I'm a bad boy.
And I dress in all black.
I'm a bad boy.
Might fuck around and skip class.
I'm a bad boy.
And I don't respect my dad.
I'm a bad boy.
Bitch, I always been bad.
I'm a bad boy.
And I dress in all black.
I'm a bad boy.
Might fuck around and skip class.
I'm a bad boy.
And I don't respect my dad. So I guess it's official. I'm a bad boy now. Bad boy Dan. If you want to be a bad boy too, listen to the song. Bump it with your friends. Make a TikTok with it. I don't care. I'm a bad boy. The only thing I care about is myself and respecting women when it's convenient. I hope you guys enjoyed that song. It's actually one of the songs in the new EP, so if you like that, there's even more songs on the EP, so go check it out. The link is in the description. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this look at bad boy culture on TikTok, but now it's time to hear from our sponsor, ExpressVPN.
Hey guys, it's me, Bad Boy Danny. You guys know that a real bad boy cares a lot about protecting women, when it's convenient for him. But did you guys know that I care about protecting something else too? That's right, my data. I'm very protective of my data. In fact, to show just how protective I am of my data, I've prepared a short video.
Is that your hand on my data? Is that your hand?
That's why I use ExpressVPN. I spend a lot of time in my day being a dark, moody bad boy at local coffee shops in my area. And one thing I'm always worried about is giving strangers access to my bad boy data while I'm using the public Wi-Fi at these coffee shops. ExpressVPN encrypts your internet data, so other, sneakier bad boys can't get access to my bad boy data. ExpressVPN offers the fastest speeds and apps for any of your devices, whether it be your Mac or PC at home, to your iPhone or your Android phone. So your data can be secure, no matter where your bad boy lifestyle takes you.
It's easy to use. Heck, you can connect with just one click, and they've got server locations in 94 countries.
ExpressVPN is less than $7 a month with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's really no reason not to try it out. So take back your internet privacy today and find out how you can get 3 months for free by visiting the link in the description box. That's expressvpn.com/Danny Gonzalez. Take back your privacy today with ExpressVPN.
All right, guys, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe and turn on my notifications to join Greg. We're the fastest growing army on the internet. Please don't look that up. Again, if you want to grab my EP, it's available pretty much everywhere that you would listen to music. The link is in the description. If you want to get some merch, go to DannyGonzalez.store. Thank you, Riley Ford, for turning on my notifications. You are truly Greg. I'll see you guys next time with a really interesting video where I disappear forever. Bye. Why do girls like 'em bad? I don't know, but it's true. Take it from the baddest, they can't get enough of you. If you bad, they following me home after school and starting fights over me. I don't know what to do, cause I'm bad. I'm a certified bad boy. Fuck the law, I'm just here to get some cash, boy. Looking buff